Well, that seemed quick. But
That's
it's
what
okay
she
because
Pat seemed like he was running out of gas.
No, I was actually rolling right there.
I thought,
know,
I thought he was
my
just
face
getting
didn't
going.
look like it. Yeah.
His face
Got a
always
fat
looks
face.
fatigued.
It's
My
true.
mistake.
with
My
it.
mistake.
What's happening, guys? Happy Gravy Day. It's
Happy
episode
Gravy Day.
418. And I think we got a good show. I feel like I say that every time, but I feel like we got another good show for you. You guys be the judge of that. Just give us a thumbs up at the end of the episode if you enjoyed it. And if not, then just don't say anything. Just don't be mean. All right? Don't be mean to us. Let's get right into the show. Do you want to get right into the show? The pre-cum segment?
Yeah.
Where, we just bring up any thoughts that we had stewing in our brains. This is something that I thought was pretty entertaining. I was trying to explain something today to somebody that was salty, and I was trying to I figure like if you talk about like, hey, what is that, like what is something like, what is pepper like? It's spicy. You know, like what is something like sweet? You would explain stuff like sweet, spicy. You would explain stuff as salty, but like try and explain salt without using the word salty.
To the high sodium content. No,
Like,
no,
I don't
fuck
know how
that.
that tastes.
No, if somebody doesn't understand what salty tastes like, that's on them. That's not on you. It's a very, very like worldwide known spice. I guess you would call salt a spice. I don't know. It's fucking salt. If you don't know what salt tastes like, that's on you, not me.
But if you were like spice, I'd be like hot. You know? Like there's other ways to describe stuff. Pepper,
Yeah,
spicy.
See, that's the thing. Salt, you don't
Kind of
need
the
any
same
other
thing, but still.
descriptor because salt is salt.
But don't use the word salt and describe salty.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Try it though.
there's no other word for it because salt is salt. Like, salty is salty. Like, if you don't know what that is, that's not my fault for not being able to better describe it. It's your fault for not understanding the most universally known like seasoning.
I would say salt is probably number one. Yeah, salt and pepper.
By the way, I feel like I've brought this up in the past before, but have you ever put salt on watermelon?
I have.
Yeah, it completely like changes everything.
Doesn't
Robert, try
change
it.
it that much. It doesn't.
Well,
It fucking does.
I've had it with tahine, which
you
contains
go.
which contains a little bit of salt. So yeah. I've
Say
had
that
it.
again.
Tahine.
Tahine. That sounds really cool.
Oh yeah, we carry that at the restaurant, man. Tahini rims on some cocktails. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We have our the Pika Queen. That's tahine, right? The like spicy like gummies and stuff.
I never heard of that.
The spicy
Neither
little
have I.
Mexican. Yeah, they're always at Southern Star when we're up there. The spicy Mexican candy. It's like gummy worms covered in.
I'm
like,
sure
red-
it probably is tahini or a very similar seasoning.
Yeah.
Chamao. Is
Chamoy.
that a thing?
Oh.
Chamoy.
Chamoy.
They also do that. That's where they like, because remember they did that with Darling Like a Marlin. They were like lining our glasses with that stuff.
Oh yeah.
But that's not spicy. That's more sweet. And then they talked about agua fresca. I think they made, and that was pretty cool too. I guess I always pick up a couple Spanish words and then I use them in my Spanish vocabulary, which I don't really know how I'm using them. I just know that it sounds cool to say agua fresca.
Agua fresca.
Agua fresca.
Wait.
Working on it.
Wait. I thought he was saying a completely different word. You thought agua was fucking pronounced agua?
No, I've heard agua, but I was like trying to make it sound fancier, I guess.
I
I don't know how to speak Spanish.
I think you're really just dumb.
I know how to say, I know agua is water in Spanish, but like that would also mean like fresh water, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what it like literally translates, but it's like
fruit in the water.
Yeah.
Because
So,
that's what I
hold
thought.
on.
I was like, "Do you just giving me cold water?" And she was like, "No, it's his watermelon. It's like pureed watermelon in water, and it was awesome and very refreshing."
What language did you take in high school?
I took German
Okay.
and I took sign language,
Okay.
which
Okay.
really helped out for my radio career.
It's a little bit like more understandable, but still like being in Texas, as long as you should be able to just see the word agua and be like, oh, that's agua.
I know
agua.
agua means water, but that's why I was like, I
don't-
felt like I had to say it differently.
don't
Agua
think so.
fresca sounded like it wasn't just fresh water, but yeah. I don't know Spanish. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. So don't make fun of me. All right.
How do you say salt in Spanish, you moron?
El Salto.
No, I believe it's just sal.
Yeah. Sal.
Boom! I'm bilingual. What's up?
Yeah,
I
my
speak
stamp of
restaurant
approval.
Spanish.
Um,
Gracias, senor.
Another thing I wasn't really worried about. Another thing I was thinking about this week is if we had to remember how to breathe on our own, like, like our body already does it on our own for us. But if we had to switch from like automatic to manual transmission on that, like, and had to remember to take breaths, how many people do you think would die? Like, I feel like a lot of people would die.
Well,
Like,
here's the
think
thing.
how annoying that would be.
You would start suffocating, and then you would be like, oh, and you would start breathing. The problem is when you go to sleep, does it go back to automatic? Because otherwise, then everyone would die of sleep deprivation.
Right. So I think a lot of people would die.
Like, I think your body would like just shut down, and eventually you would pass out, and then you would die from not breathing. But I think that's more because anytime you fall asleep, you're gonna die.
Or just keep waking up.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't fall asleep for more than like 60 seconds at a time. You're gonna die. Like, your body needs more rest than that.
Or just be really good at taking micro naps.
I mean, if you're a baby, but this would be when you're a baby. Like, the first human would have died immediately.
Like, just try and think about every breath while you're doing it. It's exhausting.
No, it is.
I would just give up. I would just give up at that time.
Oh yeah. No, I need a bullet real quick. I'm not even going to try and do this.
I would eat a bullet. No, I mean, yeah,
Like,
I feel
literally
that.
eat one, though, not like, the other thing. He just eats it.
You would have to eat the bullet.
Well, yeah, I'd eat the bullet, and then I would real quick drink a combination of was it vinegar and baking soda, and hopefully the chemical reaction would activate the bullet and kill me from within. I want to use science to kill myself.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that would work 100%, but
no, it would.
See somebody try.
Okay. Just don't overthink it.
Maybe we'll have to have like a Mythbusters episode if that's just still going on. Trying that.
I don't think it is.
I don't think so either. Also, I thought about like, wouldn't it be cooler if instead of saying 100, we just said Tenty?
Nope. I as soon as I read this, as the second I read this, I was like, I fucking hate you so much, Alex.
I think Tenty sounds cool.
No, I could not wait to record so that I could shoot this the fuck down, and I knew Robert would be with me. I hate
Come
this.
on.
No, it's not that I dislike it. I think it's stupid.
How much do I owe you? Tenty.
No, I hate
it. It is what it is, though. You know that, right?
No.
100 is just Tenty.
No.
I think it is, guys. I just think y'all are really hating on it. I think Tenty makes a lot of sense. I think it saves time. 100 Tenty.
If anything, I think it would be Tendred.
Tendred? No, because that's still keeping 100. It's like 20, but 10.
Tenty just sounds like more like you're talking about an erection. Like that guy's got a Tenty.
See?
Bro, did you see what she was wearing yesterday? I got a total Tenty.
But then you could use the 100 emoji.
Nope.
You could use the 100 emoji to mean boner.
That's 100.
Instead of eggplant. It could replace the eggplant.
No, Robert just came up with a better one. Tenty is definitely slang for a boner now.
I mean, I think we should. I just want to use the word Tenty more. I feel like.
Bro, I woke up with such a Tenty this morning.
Dude, I saw her and have such a Tenty. I got a Tenty for this game today, bro.
Bro, she gave me a Tenty, and I had to stick my Tenty up into my waistband so I could fucking walk around.
I better watch out before I get a Tenty. Tuck it into my waistband. Okay, so Tenty is a boner now.
So would a chub be a sleeping bag? Let's not even go there. That's too much.
Yeah, let's not do that. Let's not do that. I think we need to make like Tenty more of like, we need to add that into our lingo a little bit more. So everybody start making that part of your verbiage. What was the word we came up with for just the tip was bunting. Putting just the tip in is bunting. Bunting and Tenty. You get a Tenty, you don't want to do the whole thing. You just go bunting.
Yeah, go for a bunt single.
But you have to have a Tenty to go bunting.
You could have a sleeping bag.
That's true. I love this. I think we're really going places.
We're fucking rolling today.
Fellas, try this out with your lady and see how it works. Let us know. Also, don't tell them we told you to try that. What else did I have? Does Cinderella cause a bunch of people to have foot fetishes?
You tell us, Alex.
I don't have foot fetishes. I think feet are one of like the grosser parts of the body. I respect everybody's opinions to like whatever they want. I have been trying to get Emma to sell feet pics for a while now because I'm like, that's just an extra stream of revenue. Also, I don't really care if dudes look at your feet. It's like, I think Emma has beautiful feet. I love Emma's feet. I'm not like turned on by feet, no matter whose feet they are.
I don't know if I read this recently or heard it on another podcast or something, but apparently the folds in the brain, like right next to the fold that like
you
control
saw this on Instagram. I saw this on Instagram.
Yeah, it can like apparently right next to the like in the fold where it like controls your erogenous zones, like dick, ass, pussy, all that stuff. Apparently, very close to that is feet. So that's supposed to like explain why some people have foot fetishes because like the part of your brain that gets activated when you think about feet is right next to what activates like your horniness.
And so that would also mean that if you have a foot fetish, you could also say like, well, I'm probably more smart than a lot of people because I have a very wrinkly brain, so wrinkly in fact that my like foot fetish impulse is right next to my like erotic impulse, So not only
so,
you don't just have a foot fetish, you're also probably really intelligent.
But you can't use that intelligence because all day you get tense thinking about
you get
feet.
really tense thinking about feet. But like Cinderella wasn't really about feet, but it's just like I think that the glass slipper and the foot is the image that probably I bet that people are like when you like look into like therapy, like why people are into what they're into. Somebody somewhere is like, I saw Cinderella put her foot in that shoe and just I lost it.
I didn't want to get into like step family porn, but like I saw Cinderella a lot as a kid, and they said stepsister so much that it was just like
such
ingrained in my head.
So many tenties watching Cinderella.
Stepsister, get over here! Like now, it's all I can watch.
And then maybe you really identified with the mice, so you loved Stuart Little when Stuart Little came out.
Babe, just call me stepbrother one time.
Just one time, babe. Babe, it's fine. We're not really.
I'm just your stepbrother. It's not family blood.
We can't do that again. That was like a 15-minute bit, and Robert was just like, I hate you guys so much.
Oh, it's gonna come back.
Babe, come on. Come on, babe. You want to see the Eiffel Tower? Come on, babe.
Babe.
I've done it so much to Emma lately, and she hates it. Babe,
oh, I can imagine.
Babe, you don't want to come watch me play Call of Duty with the boys? Come on. The boys are asking about you.
We're getting dubs on Rebirth, babe.
Babe, I just had a double kill. Come check this out. All right, whatever.
God damn it.
The last thing I had to start the show today is are jellyfish nature's lava lamps?
Ooh.
They do kind of glow sometimes, and like they don't have to be the lamp itself. They can be the gooey stuff in the lamp, and maybe the ocean itself is the lamp.
Wouldn't lava just be nature's lava lamps?
Also that, yeah. That was
no, because lava is just more bright, whereas I think the jellyfish has more of the fluorescent quality of the lava lamp. Like it's got more of that glow instead of just being, bright. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say jellyfish are.
No, I think I changed my mind. Robert convinced me. Lava is definitely nature's lava lamps.
All right.
It's called a lava lamp. Yeah. That's solid logic. Like, would the volcano be the lamp or would the lava be the lamp? The volcanoes are nature's lava lamps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair. And the lava is the lava inside of it.
Yeah.
Done. Look at us solving
I've got
problems that we didn't even know we had.
I've got one. If you couldn't see your body or anything in it, and somebody sent you a dick pic of your dick, do you think you could identify it as your dick?
No.
I think I could.
It depends on the angle, I think.
Yeah, it would have to be like me looking down at it because it's like I'm used to that angle. Like if I had a Tenty and it was just pointing straight at you, like it was just like, you see you see like my pee hole like first, like staring right at you, then like I don't know.
See, I don't think I could, but also I know I have
It's
some
also-
defining features where I could be like, well, that at least looks like mine.
But you're talking like it's cropped out of a photo too, where it's like
Yeah,
you
so,
don't
like-
see like, oh, okay, yeah, that's my stomach, right? Like you know, you don't see that.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know if that's my dick, but that's definitely my fat gut with the mole on it. So
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
can
go ahead and
I
say
can
that's
tell
my
for
dick.
sure that way. I don't know. I think if it was just like you showed me just a like
Just the
me
dick.
facing downward looking at the dick, I think I could tell you.
I don't
I've seen
know.
it enough times.
I mean, like, you have, but have you really studied it?
No, I haven't.
See, that's what I don't.
Okay, what about this?
I don't know.
If you had to go down like a line of dicks, and you had to feel each one. And,
Why
like,
am
you
I
couldn't
feeling all
see
the
it,
dicks?
because you have to find out which one is yours. Like, would
Like-
you know which one is your dick?
By touch, not a chance.
No, but
not
like holding
a
it,
chance.
like you have to hold
Not
it.
a chance.
Is it-
Unless
I
all
definitely
the
don't
other
think so.
Cinderella
I don't
all
think it's
over
the same
again.
way.
unless
And
all
I
the other ones,
think that's where we got here from.
unless every other dick was significantly bigger or smaller than mine, no way I could tell by touch. By sight, I might be able to.
Well, I was just
By
wondering, like,
touch,
if you hold your
not a fucking chance.
ween in your hand enough, like you probably get like a good feel for it.
Yeah, but that's
Like
what I'm
you'd be like,
saying.
that's definitely not mine.
I don't know how. See, this is where we might have to get the ladies involved in this question, because I don't know how much different each dick feels from another dick. Do they just
Ladies,
all pretty
let us
much
know.
feel like dicks? Like, unless, like I
PTGD.
said, that's what I'm saying.
Or
Unless there's
hashtag PTGD at Past Gravy Pod.
unless
they
there's a
all feel the same?
significant size difference, I feel like a dick would just feel like a dick if there's no like sight. Like, to a blind chick, does a dick just feel like a dick?
I bet so. It depends on how many
Or
you've
blind guy.
felt.
But yeah, I'm gonna say there's about I'll put it on about 32% chance I could tell my own dick just by looking at it. Like I said, it depends on angle.
It depends on the angle. But like, I feel like like I'm talking the feel one, going back to the feel, like I feel like I could narrow it down to a couple.
If we're going just on feel, I'm gonna drop it.
It's
to
like, yeah, I would assume some are like
I'm gonna
most
drop
are
it to
probably
like
bigger.
8%.
And I'd be like, okay, well, that's not mine. That's not mine. That's not mine. This maybe, like I feel like maybe it's one of these three over here. You know, I feel like I could narrow it down.
I feel like you're overestimating it though, because if it's not attached to you and like you don't feel the sensation of your dick being grabbed and you're just grabbing
I'm like
a dick with no sensation.
I'm like feeling my
I don't
dick
know
right
if-
now a little bit. I'm like, I think. Do I? No, I
But-
don't think I would. I don't think I'd be able to tell.
But
I
now,
don't
but
think
here's
I'd
the
be able
thing.
to tell.
Imagine if you grabbed
There's
your
no
dick, but
defining
you couldn't
quality.
feel your dick being grabbed. I don't think
Right.
I'm gonna put that about 8% chance I could identify it just on feel.
Yeah, I don't think like just like put your hand on your like junk right now. It's like I couldn't tell that from a lineup.
Oh, now I'm just picturing me grabbing a bunch of dicks and
This is all for an experiment, dude. All right, we don't judge here on this podcast. We're all just asking hypothetical questions.
you remember in American Pie 2 when Stifler had to grab Jim's ass and he just sitting there going, I'm touching his ass, I'm touching his ass. I feel like that's all
Yeah.
I'd be like. I would be like, oh, I'm grabbing your dick, I'm grabbing a dick, I'm grabbing a dick.
If you're comfortable with your sexuality, you wouldn't have any problems with that.
Just be like, God, I hope this is my dick.
And that's what
For-
we are on this podcast.
I feel like
Comfortable
first
with
one,
ourselves.
first dick you grab in the lineup, you just say it's yours, and then you're right or wrong, and the experiment's over.
Yeah, you
Is
really
that-
hope like you got like a 1 in like 10 chance or however many dicks there are chance.
I don't even want to touch my dick, but I
1
have
in
to.
10 chance. But I find
Nope.
see, I was trying it out there. You're right. It sounds better when you're talking about a boner.
Yeah. Robert, you got any
Sometimes you just try it out.
weird thoughts for us?
I think you guys
Oh,
have it
come
covered.
on.
You guys had it covered.
Well, for somebody who doesn't want to be fun this week. But you don't think you could recognize your dick just
Mm-mm.
looking at it or feeling?
Say like 1 out of 3
No.
chance feeling, 1 out of 10 chance touching.
Do you like question to the? I guess like I'm not trying to be sexist here, but do all vaginas feel the same? Like, could ladies do that? I don't think ladies could do that either. Then boobs? Could you tell your boobs, ladies, from like all boobs? Like if there was a line of boobs that you had to feel, and it's like, oh, is these mine? Nope. Like I don't know.
I don't know. That's a good question. I definitely couldn't tell my boobs. Like if I just grabbed a bunch of man boobs,
could
I could not
definitely
tell which
not
one
tell
mine.
mine.
Well, maybe I could maybe I could tell my own. Well, you don't have enough boob to tell. I mean, I got some chesticles over here.
And they look great.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you, buddy. I think they're coming along great.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of this. Let's get out of this and go to a sponsor that's gonna love us talking about them right after that. Alamo Remedy, guys. You guys looking for some CBD? I love CBD. My ankle has been doing this thing, which is a lot of fun, where it just pops all the time now. It's great. I'm really happy about it. I'm excited. Like if I stand and then I move my ankle, it goes. It's not painful. I got a chiropractor to feel on it yesterday, and she was like, "No, I just think it's your range of motion sucks, you fucking idiot." So I just have started putting Alamo Remedy cucumber melon lotion on it every single day, multiple times a day, and it started feeling a lot better. And it's never been in pain really, but it's just like it makes me feel better. And you put it on your calf, you put it on your knee, any area that's ailing you, it's going to feel a lot better the next day. That's definitely, I would say, my favorite product from Alamo Remedy CBD. You can get that at just $17.99 at alamoremedy.com. Use our promo code PTG at checkout. You're going to get 10% off of your order. And yeah, Alamo Remedy also has new CBD lip balm that's available there. That's just $9.99 at the store, alamoremedy.com. They also have the gummies. I love the gummies if you're flying. I know people are getting the catch flights, nut feelings mentality right now again, even though the Delta's out there, but still maybe you're worried about the Delta and you feel like you need to just chill out. Take a gummy, pop one of those bad boys, and you're going to be feeling just fine. Also, they have the hemp flower. It is 100% legal. It is THC free. It is basically the exact same thing as weed without being weed. And it'll get you the little buzz you want. It'll chill you out. It'll give you a cool little high right there, but you're not going to have the paranoia. You're not going to have the awkwardness. You're not going to have the weird feeling you get sometimes when you do smoke the hot leaf. It's just $19.99 at alamoremedy.com, at Alamo Remedy and at Alamo Remedy CBD on Twitter and Instagram. Give them a follow. Let them know you heard about them on Pass the Gravy. Let them know you're part of the Gravy Gang. Be sure to use our promo code PTG at checkout at alamoremedy.com. Promo code PTG at checkout. You're going to get 10% off your order. alamoremedy.com, promo code PTG for 10% off your order. Alamo Remedy, guys, the official CBD sponsor of Pass the Gravy and the Comeback Kid segment.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the week. The Comeback Kid of the week. Bitch.
All right. Our first comeback kid this week, back in the news. It's the Olympics. All-time like best like intro songs.
Yes.
Love the whatever. Like I don't even care what's going on. You hear the Olympic music, and you're like, "Fuck yeah! What's going on? What are we watching? What do we got going on? Water polo? I'm in. Let's do it."
Do you think that this is going to be kind of a fucked up question, and it's bad because everybody loves the Olympics, and if you don't, you're just a sad sack. Do you think that like white nationalists love the Olympics even more, or like maybe not white nationalists, not the right term, but
this is a weird question.
Oh God, what's the term for when you just
racists?
No, it's not racist, but when you just like overly love your country. What's the fucking term? I remember Kenny Powers used it.
Patriotism.
No, Zionists keep talking about it. That's like
xenophobia.
Yes, people who are xenophobic. Do you think they overly love the Olympics because it's the one time where they could just truly be like, my country's the best, fuck your country, and everyone's just like, oh, they're just rooting for their team.
Xenophobia doesn't hate races or anything.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Nationalists.
That's why I corrected myself. I used
Although they probably are.
They probably would too.
Xenophobic. Warrior princess.
Xenophobics. They got to be like, dude, Olympics are the best sport when I can really just like show my pride and fuck every other country.
Yeah,
I started this off weird.
They did. I felt like
if I just said xenophobics and not white nationalists, if I had just not used the wrong term, that would have got a lot better.
Yeah, you really kind of like slipped up on that. But I get where you're going, and I would assume that like if you hate every other place, then yeah, you probably love the Olympics.
If your country is good.
If you can, yeah. So that would apply to America and Russia, but they're also cheating. So
does Russia have a team this year, or are they just the Olympic Russian athletes again?
I have no idea. Not really up to date on Russian Olympic news.
Yeah. Speaking of which, though, with the Olympics being back, are they not doing an opening ceremony this year?
They are. It's pre-recorded. I think it's probably already done, and it'll be on Friday night.
Okay.
They've started.
Events have already started. How?
Well, so like women's soccer played. RIP to their first game. So I guess it's not really a spoiler. Yeah, women lost to the U.S. women's national soccer team lost to Sweden 3-0. But like that started because it's like a 2-week long tournament, and it's like they have to be wrapped up by the end of the Olympics. So
that makes sense.
To have their medal ceremony, like sometimes they have to start like the week of the Olympics.
That
I think
makes sense.
softball played too. I don't know if baseball did, but I think softball beat Italy or some shit like that. I know there's a couple of like events that have begun, but like really like the ones that like they air the most on TV and stuff are like swimming and stuff, and that's like the first week, and then track is usually the second week. So it's like that. Like then yeah, you don't really have to show up until I guess with COVID you got to get there to acclimate and stuff. But also I was gonna make it a not cool, but just because we're already talking Olympics, like I'm gonna add it's like a preliminary not cool is just it's in Asia, so not great for us watching them live. Didn't think about that until this morning when I got up, taking my morning shit, and looked on Twitter, and it was like US women down 1-0 to Sweden. I was like, wait, what? It started at like 2? What the fuck? I'm not gonna get up at 2:00 to watch soccer. Like maybe on the weekends you'll stay up to watch it. But like that sucks. And it's like I don't like watching tape delayed stuff because I have like call me just a child of my generation, but like you're like, hey, this game's already been played, and I'm like, well, US women, Sweden, final score. All right, I'm not watching the rest of this. I know how that ends.
Yeah, I feel like for like some of the random Olympic sports, it'll be okay.
They'll have tape delayed stuff in prime time. I know that.
No. But I mean, like for the restaurant, we've got 2 TVs. Whatever the Olympic channel is, nothing else is being played during lunchtime in live sports right now. So you just throw that on in the background. People might know it already happened, but yeah, just to have some sports on in the background, because chances are you really don't know what happened in that event, even if it's tape delayed, because it's a random Olympic event.
Fun little game for the Gravy Gang to play with people that don't listen to Pass the Gravy is if you know that it's tape delayed and it doesn't say it on the screen or whatever, and you're watching it with somebody, be like, hey, I'll bet you $5 so-and-so does this, and you know the results, then like that's how you just like, you can hustle your friends.
Yeah.
That's just I've done that. I did that one time I was at the bar, and it was NBA TV or NBA Network was like rerunning a game from the night before. And I was like, yo, I bet that the Thunder come back and win this. And it was like old school, like Durant, Westbrook. And my buddy Ty was just like, okay. And they were down like 15 points, and they came back and won. And I was like, I saw the game last night. This was a replay. It's
still great. Pay me my money.
Here's just how'd you know? What the fuck? It's pretty great. But I don't know if I actually collected it or not. But yeah, Olympics being in like the middle of the night for us is kind of sucky if you actually like to know score. But that was as cool about me now is I get to in the morning on the Rod Ryan show be like, and I'm about to say some Olympic results. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, there's time to turn down your radio dial. I get to be that guy. And then I'll get somebody's like, what the fuck? I was gonna watch the Olympics with my son tonight and you ruined it. I'm like, dude, I said, just chill out. I said, spoiler alert.
Can't please everybody, buddy. Yeah,
I guess if people bitch about spoilers, just give them other spoilers for other things.
And this is, I mean, I guess it's only a not cool for them, but it fits in right here. The Olympics are trying to cock block their athletes, man.
They are indeed. The cock blocking is back because of the Olympics, because I think they built everything out of cardboard. Did they build the rooms out of cardboard? It makes no sense. I don't know what's going on.
Just the beds, but like also,
how do you build a bed out of cardboard?
You use a lot of stiff cardboard, but like, and you just place it strategically, but it's not supposed to handle 2 people's body weight or whatever. But also, like, you can still fuck on the floor. Still
true.
Bang in the bathroom, standing up against the wall. There's other ways to do it. But also, here's my other thing, and I feel like this is a take that I have said in Olympics past on this show, they could have
You
just
talk a lot
taken
of
away.
Olympics.
They could have taken away their condoms and just hoped that would work. But also, we know it wouldn't. But then,
I think
if
they
all these
did.
athletes, all okay, so good.
They're not
I've
giving
been
them to
saying-
them until like the end of the games, is what I heard, but I'm not sure if that's true.
I hope it is, because I've been saying this for years. You guys can fact check old podcasts. I want this to happen. Because they're still going to bang. Don't give them protection. We'll start to get super babies from multiple countries. It's going to breed cohesiveness across the world. All these Olympic babies with
most
dual
of them to
citizenship.
have like,
Well, I mean, come on.
but like
They're going to choose. They're going to choose to
American,
play for
right?
America. I mean, they're going to choose to be in America. Come
Well,
on.
like in soccer, like they just had the Euros, and like the way that they do it over in Europe is like a lot of people do have like parents that are from multiple like different countries. So it's like, well, yeah, he's English. His dad is English, but his mom is from Nigeria. So he didn't make the English national team, so he plays for Nigeria. And it's like,
Well, that's what will happen. But
like a lot
everyone's
of
going
them
to try and
do
play for
that. You're
America
like,
first.
how many of you got like that's cool. But it's like, it's, I guess, nice to have like an option. I know Alex Rodriguez, World Baseball Classic. He played for Puerto Rico one year and then played for the United States. And I've gone on a rant about that before. I don't believe that Puerto Rico shouldn't have its own baseball team separate from the United States. No, they're part of the United States.
They are, but also Puerto Rico's its own thing. I'm cool with that. Puerto Rico's a cool ass country. They like to have their individualism in some things. They've got a lot of national pride in what they do there. I'm cool.
You can
with
have
it.
all the pride you want. It's just weird. Like Puerto Rican athletes don't compete under that flag in the Olympics, do they?
I mean, you're sounding a lot like China right now.
I'm not.
Taiwan is part of our country. They shouldn't have their own thing.
I don't know anything about that over there. So
Very, very People's Republic of China of you, Alex.
no, I am not. I'm not People's Republic of China. But I remember the
Beijing
World Baseball
Alex,
Classic.
That's what we're gonna call you now.
Don't call me that. That makes no sense. The last time I heard that, I heard like about Puerto Rico's like national team was when they played in the World Baseball Classic final against the United States, and I was like, so you mean like two United States teams are in the final? Is what you're trying? Like we're double better than everybody else in baseball because we have two teams in the final as opposed to any other country having one team.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start calling you Mao Middleton now.
No, does it not make sense? Like you're an American citizen if you're in Puerto Rico, are you not?
According to China, all the Taiwanese are just Chinese.
Are they?
Yeah.
I don't understand like what you're arguing though. I don't get that there's a dispute about Taiwan.
Watch the news every once in a while. Yeah, this is like actually a very, very famous geopolitical thing is that Taiwan says
Excuse me for not being up on my geopolitics, buddy.
Well, I'm sorry, you're in your 30s. Time to care about something, buddy. But yeah, no, China says that Taiwan is not its own country. Taiwan says it is, and it's kind of a big shit show. Except, I mean, it is, but it's not because like it doesn't drive a lot of shit, but also like it's important out there. I don't know. But yeah, Puerto Rico accepts that they're part of America slightly. You know, we're like we've got a treaty, but we're not fully together. That's what it is. We're allies, and they come under our umbrella, but we still let them do their own thing.
I always just looked at him like another Hawaii. Chill island place. Like fun for honeymoons.
I mean, literally our whole
They'll go on
life,
honeymoons there.
the issues
Cruises
come
go
up
there.
multiple times if they want their statehood, and they're like, no, we don't want to be a state. Like, we're
Well,
a
also,
territory,
we have
but
like
we're our own thing.
We have like a pretty cool thing going on with the flag right now. It's like, dude, like, do you know how many flags we have to reprint?
Also, I want to look something up.
Like, remember when Kobe switched his number from 8 to 24 and everybody had to buy new Kobe jerseys? Like, imagine now with the American flag. Like, come on. It's like, yeah, you're a state. We're just not going to change the flag. You and Hawaii share one.
If you gave me a map right now and showed all the islands right down there and they weren't labeled, I could not pick out which one is Puerto Rico.
I couldn't either. I don't.
Okay, so
I
it
mean,
goes.
I'm not an island guy, but like.
So I just looked it up. You know, Cuba's directly south of Miami. Then the next big island is Dominican Republic. Then the smaller one to the side of that is Puerto Rico.
Baseball hotbed.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that'd be tight. Like, I really don't have any interest in leaving the country. Really. Here's the other thing I always forget. How
Altuve from Dominican Republic? He's from Venezuela.
Yeah. I always forget because I feel like I look this up every like couple of years because I'm dumb and I can't remember. I always forget that how close the Bahamas is. Like, it's closer to Miami than Cuba is.
Is it?
Dude, it's like, this isn't going to show up.
This is a good bit you always do.
Yeah, I know.
Wait.
I like trying to.
We'll just look it up on our own map.
It's
I got it.
Cuba is 90 miles from Miami. Judging from this, I'd say the Bahamas is like 45 miles. So it's like basically from where I'm sitting to Pasadena. That's about what it is.
That's pretty nuts.
Yeah. And that's geography talk with Pasadena.
Do you think anybody ever leaving Cuba like ended up in the Bahamas accidentally and was like, this is kind of tight, let's just stay here?
I mean, it'd be an easier jump depending on where you're leaving from Cuba.
Is the Bahamas us too?
No, Bahamas is its own thing. But if you're leaving from Havana, it's going to be closer to get to Key West and the rest of Florida than it is to go to Bahamas. You got to leave from like the middle of Cuba to get to the Bahamas.
Maybe somebody tried to do it by a hot air balloon, and the wind was going the wrong way. That would be more likely, I guess.
Yeah, I could see that happening. I don't know if there's a.
I feel like we're learning a lot today,
balloons.
guys.
We are.
I don't know if it's good stuff we're learning, or honestly, I don't know if any of it's worth learning. If it's education, I don't know. I think we're making you dumber probably by listening to this, but I appreciate you guys sticking with us. We love you guys.
Yeah, and I like how we got there from the Olympics.
Well, I mean, dude, like, you got any favorites for the Olympics? I'm a big Katie Ledecky fan.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say countries. I was like, yeah, U.S.
Yeah, U.S. A big USA guys here on the podcast. At least, Robert, what is your favorite Olympic team?
The winning one.
So the U.S. Okay, cool. Consensus U.S. Team USA here on the podcast. First podcast to say we were Team USA, a pro Team USA podcast.
USA all the way
that I know of. Yeah, USA all the way. Mighty Ducks taught us that.
I forgot that's where I heard that first.
I mean, yeah, that's where I heard it first. It's definitely not from the Mighty Ducks, but it's also on the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Like, what is the top 3 Olympic sports go? Summer sports though only.
Oh, swimming. I mean, swimming is it's electric. Off the top of my head, I don't know any other summer ones. I know there's track events. Oh, like the 100
track and
meter.
Field.
But
you can just say track and field. You can just say track.
We never win that though, or at least not the races.
We win a lot of the races.
I mean,
unless we're going against Usain Bolt.
Yeah, he's kind of dominated us last 8 years.
Yeah, well, Britney Spears runs faster than him now.
I doubt that. I doubt she runs faster than him.
Are we fucked? Like, I think, big swimming podcast here. Are we fucked without Michael Phelps this year?
No, now we just we focus on women's swimming, where Katie Ledecky is like even greater than Phelps was at his peak. Like in terms of like how far ahead she is of the rest of the field. She's basically the equivalent of like
fucking insane.
If Phelps was swimming against us.
Where she just does the distance one and is like
beats everyone by
ahead of everybody.
Yeah, she's like 30 seconds ahead of him.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Here's silver medals for somebody.
Right? Like she could cramp up halfway through the race and still win.
Well, she beat her own record by like 30 seconds, I think, which is insane.
Absolute.
It's a world record, and you just smoked it. I don't think Lochtey's in it this year. Couldn't tell you who the hot male swimmer is this year. So
not a chance.
Swimmer watch. When we find out, I'll tweet it out this weekend probably from past year. Like, this is our swimmer guy to watch.
I can almost guarantee you that Lochtey's probably had COVID like 4 times. Like he seems like someone that would just keep catching it. Like just defying all science.
He just somehow doesn't ever not have it. It's like not serious. He's asymptomatic, but they're like, dude, you tested positive for 29 straight days, dude.
I really wanted to train and try and make the Olympic team, but yeah, this is my 5th time with COVID. Not sure how I keep getting it. And like, dude, you're in the middle of every crowd. Like you're the Where's Waldo of every crowd since the pandemic started. That's how Ryan. Stop doing it.
I do like Ryan Lochte though. He's cool.
He is, but he's just
Celebrity Big Brother alum as well. Shout out, Past Year, bro. Check it out. No, he's cool though. He's cool. Swimming is definitely cool. I like the basketball was an easy one to say, but like we just usually dominate. Although big Chris Middleton guy, I'm probably gonna get a Chris Middleton jersey, USA jersey now, because why not? He's playing on the.
I thought you'd want to. Well, I know he's not on the Olympic team this year, but I really thought you'd want a LeBron jersey.
I would never want a LeBron jersey.
You know, you're both big China guys.
I disavow. I'm Team MJ.
Mal Middleton.
No, I'm not. Stop saying that. Stop saying that. It's not me. And I'm offended by it. I would say, though, basketball's not really like that cool to watch in the Olympics because usually it's a blowout. And it's like I'm not really into 40-point blowouts most times. Dude, I like water polo. Water polo is pretty fun to watch.
Oh, that's true. Water polo. Yeah.
And then beach volleyball. Right? Beach volleyball.
Oh, beach
fellas.
volleyball. Yeah.
There we go. Swimming, beach volleyball, and water polo.
Dude, did you know there's 3-on-3 Olympic basketball?
I did not. I didn't know there's skateboarding.
Oh, shit. Dude, gymnastics.
Gymnastics is cool. I just don't understand the points sometimes.
Not
the point of gymnastics. I just don't understand how it's like that jump is worth this much. It's like skating. I was like, it looks cool. It's pretty, but like, I don't know. Like, okay, she did more spins, I think, but she still had less points than the other person. And neither of them, like, I don't appreciate judging sports as much as I should, but I like sports with like scores, you know?
Handball can be pretty tight. Fencing. You would think boxing would be better, but they wear the headgear, so it's really not that exciting.
They're having to box a lot more. They're not having time to, like, the time off in between fights.
I mean, there's a lot in here. Basically, all the X Games sports are in here.
Fencing is cool.
I just said that. That's cool. Thanks for paying attention. There's
Did you say
trampoline?
Oh, I didn't know. Trampoline is gymnastics too, right?
But like, I'm just picturing somebody doing dope flips on a trampoline.
That would be cool.
Wrestling and weightlifting are there too. What's the one that's like, I was gonna say the one that Simone Biles always kills. She kills everyone. But the one where they run straight at the like pommel horse or whatever, hit it and then like flip off of it. What's that one called? It's not the pommel horse is the one where they spin around on it.
You are a gymnastics guy.
I don't know the Biles.
Yep, that's what it's called. It's called the Biles.
Of the gymnastic sports, though, I think the top 3 are easily like the uneven bars is one. Uneven bars is fucking sick to watch. Then the one where they springboard and flip, and then just the open floor routine.
What about the rings when the
pole
dudes
vault?
do it? That's crazy.
No, pole vault is where you have the stick and you go up over the top.
That's cool too, though.
But even though I always make fun of the floor routine because, like, for some reason they decided somewhere along the way, like, you guys have to do sick gymnastics, but also if you're the girls, you got to do little dance moves.
No, it's just because of old school. That's the only reason you think it's silly because you just think of Will Ferrell doing it.
No, I think it's dumb that these people, like all these girls, are like the height of athletics in the world at what they do.
Ribbon.
But then they also make them do little cool hand motions and dances in the middle of it. You're like, why can't they just be athletes? It's sexist, is what it is.
I agree.
Yeah.
I won't stand for it unless our women are the best at it, which I will.
So I'm actually going to put all 3 of those.
As long as Larry Nassar is no longer involved, and because we disavow him.
I'm going to put all 3 of those
above Larry Nassar guys.
Above swimming. I think those are the 3 coolest Olympic events.
Robert, I want to give you an assignment for the Olympics. All right,
Okay.
You need to now be our you're going to be our gymnastics guy. I want you to just once a day, just tweet out the latest gymnastics stuff. And I say stuff can be anything that happened that day. Be like, actually, no, that would be really funny. Like PTG Olympic updates. And it's just like Simone Biles competed. How'd she do? She competed. No further questions. Just tweet like an Olympic gymnastics stat about something that happened. And that can be all it is. But just like whenever gymnastics happen. And then Pat, you be in charge of, what do you want to be in charge of?
Don't put me in charge of anything because it's not going to get done.
I'll be in charge of swimming.
I know me, and it's just, I've got a lot on my plate right now. That's what we'll blame it on.
Well, no, you have to do it once a day, but it can be from the day before. And so like Olympic, because everybody's going to be on like a delay and be like Olympic news 24 hours later.
All right, but I'm going to outsource.
Yesterday this happened. No, you should just do it where like you just report like the U.S. women's national team lost to Sweden in their opener. And they're like, that was 5 days ago, Pat. You're like, still happened. And that's my Olympic update.
I'm a Twitter reporter, but I make sure I have all the facts before I tweet it. I don't care about being first. I care about being right.
And that's what we're all about correctness here on this podcast, as you can tell if you listen.
You know what? One last thing about the Olympics, and then I think we can move on. And it's also like it's a comeback kid in and of its own.
I was gonna break down
thing.
the pommel horse. I don't know about you, but continue.
No, it's a comeback kid in and of its own, but it's also not cool. But it's also Olympics. Polish jokes are back because Poland sent 23 swimmers to the Olympics. They were only allowed 17, so then they had to send 6 back home.
Yeah, dude, that would suck. You're like, Mom, Dad, I made the Olympic team. Awesome. Like, check out this. I got all the gear and all this, and I'm going to go out to Tokyo and quarantine for 2 weeks. And then, all right, let's get to, oh, fuck, what? I got to go back? But I thought I made wait, you guys got the number wrong? It's like when it's the coach's fault for too many men on the field. It's like, that's on him, but usually it's on a player. This is like, dude, no, you can't tell a guy they're going to, like, you got to at least let him hang out in Tokyo for the rest of the Olympics, right?
Yeah, they didn't. I'm guessing they didn't have room for him, or like you're only allowed a certain number of people. And it's just like, of all the countries to do it, the country that for right or wrong, well, it's definitely wrong because Polish jokes, I'm guessing, were born out of nationalism or whatever you want to call it, calling Polish people stupid, but like
nationalist jokes on my podcast, Pat.
Our podcast, and I wouldn't. I'm saying it's not cool.
Well, it's my podcast if you're making nationalist jokes.
But of all the
because I don't stand for that.
All the countries to do something dumb, like miscounting something, and it has to come from Poland. Tough luck. Yeah. And then all the athletes were like calling for the Polish Swimming Federation, like the head guy, to like be fired or resign. He was like, I'm sorry, I wanted everybody to have a chance to be there.
You're all so great.
Like, yeah, dude, but like it's literally like like you can't count 17.
They should get to compete for like a country that didn't qualify enough people. And it's like, how many people are on the Jamaican swim team? I don't know. They got 2 guys. All right, well, let's give them 6. Like, just add some people to them. Like, you know, we learned about Suriname and Martinique last week, thanks to Gold Cup soccer. Let them have a representative in the Olympics.
That does suck too, though. But also at that same point, you have to be like, well, I guess I wasn't one of the top 17 from Poland. So kind of on me at that point.
Dude, wouldn't it be like, you know what I think about with the Olympics? And this is kind of like a high thought, I guess, but like, wouldn't it be crazy if like, because over in Europe, all those countries are so much like smaller than the United States. Like, wouldn't it be crazy if we had to compete as just states? Like it was just Texas.
Yeah, Texas still wins.
But then how many Olympic medals
in the
would
summer
just go to United States? I mean, like hypothetically, then you would be able to have a bunch more people because you would have people from each individual state. But then you would have like, you could just sweep the medals in certain things of just American states. Be like California, Texas, Florida, track.
California
done.
and Texas would dominate summer sports. Vermont, New Hampshire, like Washington, Oregon, Wisconsin, they're going to dominate the Summer Olympics. Except Wisconsin, I don't think they are.
No, like that's skiing and shooting game.
No, I think they'd still be good at like wrestling, and that's about it. Because there's a lot of cheese curds in that state, so I don't know if they're in shape enough to really do like the Olympic skiing.
If you avoid the cheese curds, then you have to be in like wicked shape because you have to have the discipline to turn down cheese curds. And then it's like, I'm going to get in the best shape ever because if I can say no to cheese curds, I can say no to basically anything.
Yeah, but if you're avoiding cheese curds, you're not going to live in Wisconsin. You're going to move to another cold weather state.
Seems like he's been avoiding some cheese curds lately.
Yeah. So you're making me sad. Stop it.
How are you feeling, buddy? Scale 1 to 10 on
not great.
Aaron's going to play for my team this year. 1 being the least confident. I know this just hijacked that entire Olympic segment. We're going to move from the Olympics
3.
after this. But...
3. No, so, I put it closer to a 2. Like I don't think he's going to. I don't think he's there. I don't think he's going to show up.
If you're just getting, like, if you haven't seen it yet, it came out that like a couple months ago, Packers offered Aaron Rodgers the highest paid, like to be the highest paid player in the NFL. And he said, no, nah, I'm good. It's gonna be a no from me, dog.
Which like, if I was him, I wouldn't take it either. Because at that point, you're just hamstringing your team that you think already is not giving you enough weapons into not being able to pay for more help throughout the team. So, like, it's not about.
I mean,
the
I
money
get that
from at this
logic.
point.
I get that logic.
He's a champion golfer now too.
True.
He wants the accomplishments, not the money at this point in his career.
I guess so.
I'm sad.
I guess so. Who do you think he goes to right now? Gun to your head. Go.
I mean, the one you always hear is Denver.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Just don't be Washington. Don't be Washington. Please don't be Washington. Don't let the Packers trade into Washington. Don't.
Yeah, I mean, there's no California team that's really going to trade for him right now. So I don't see him going to his home state.
Yeah, I don't see it either. But yeah, don't trade into Washington. Okay, we don't have to stew on it. All right, we don't all have up and coming Daniel Jones ready to go. But I mean, it was a great run. It was a lot of fun. He has half as many Super Bowls as Eli Manning does, so you're almost to Eli status with Aaron.
It's okay. We've got another Hall of Famer in the waiting right now.
And he's got a cool last name, Love. You love him.
Mm-hmm.
See?
All about love.
Exactly. And you can just do the Danny Dimes thing like I did. I mean, I love Eli. But like, you know, when he's gone, I love Danny. He's my guy. You got to ride with the guy you got. And so, you know, it's going to be easy to love.
You know, I was having fun,
love.
and then you fucking ruined my mood.
I'm trying to hype you up, dude. I'm a big Jordan Love guy now with you.
God damn it.
We're a Jordan Love podcast.
And I can't get mad at it ever because the amount of shit talking I've done to other fan bases and the amount of fucking with you I've done about the Giants over the years, even though it's not been that bad, it's all been in good fun. And now I just have to sit there and take it about Aaron Rodgers from all my fucking Cowboys friends.
Yeah.
See, yeah, Wheezy supports me.
Wheezy doesn't want Aaron Rodgers to go anywhere either.
Yeah. Let's move on.
We'll move on. I was talking about Eli and the Mannings. You guys know that I love Eli, but he is back as well this week, ironically, because he and his brother Peyton are going to be hosting an alternate version of Monday Night Football for 10 weeks this upcoming season on ESPN2. It said they're going to have a celebrity co-host with them. I don't know if it's going to be a permanent celebrity co-host or a rotating celebrity co-host every couple of weeks or every week. Are you excited about this? Like, I'm stoked, obviously. Anything Eli Manning does, I'm in on. And I think Peyton is fun. I think they'll bust each other's balls and all the stuff that they've done together. They're always it's like that dry sense of humor. I feel like if you like The Office, you're going to probably like the Mannings, right? Like, that's their style of humor.
So did I read it right that it's going to be on like ESPN2 is like, you know how for the national championship there's always like different broadcasts you can choose from, so, as long as it's easily.
Like Brian Greasy. I think it's Brian Greasy. I can't tell you who else is honestly in the, that's like the Monday Night Football crew to me is just so like, I don't care about it.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't bad. Like people shit on it. I thought the Witten group was kind of weird, but like last year's I thought was okay.
Booger wasn't good.
I thought Booger was better in the booth. As long as he got like sideline Booger, sideline Booger is just like weird.
He got better as it went on, but he still just wasn't good.
The guy's name, if you do not know that, we're not.
Talking
about somebody that's not named Booger.
But if my choice is the regular broadcast on ESPN1 or both Mannings on ESPN2, I'm watching on ESPN2 every single time.
Easier choice, right?
Peyton is just likable and he's fun to listen to, as long as they're just not like telling stories during the game. Like I think they're going to be commenting on the game. They're going to just be doing their own like booth broadcast of it, but it's going to be like two color guys doing the game instead of like a color and a play-by-play. And maybe they'll have somebody in there with them doing play-by-play.
That's why I think they'll probably have that celebrity guy probably, or whoever it is, to like try it out.
But like, I don't need play-by-play of the game. Like every single play, I'm watching the game. If guys that are just fun to listen to and knowledgeable about the game, talking about the game, I'll watch that, especially if it's two like awesome quarterbacks who are going to be calling out like, oh, look at this defense, this is coming. And the other guy's like, yeah, the backside safety is going to do this.
To watch it be way better. I hope they're better than Romo, dude. That'd be so much cooler if they were just like the GOATs. They took it over.
I think it's going to be hard to be better than Romo because I think Romo is elite at what he does, but I think they're not going to have the ooh.
See? So more likable.
Like, I think if you put Romo and Peyton together, that'd be perfect because Romo would do that.
Whoa, hey.
Hold on. Let me finish. because Eli has that dry sense of humor. I think Peyton would just outright roast Romo in the booth every time he made those weird noises.
I
And it
feel
would
like
just be funny to
CBS
me
has
that
to be
way.
like, you can't comment on that, dude.
Yeah. But yeah,
I'm excited for it.
I'm definitely watching the Mannings.
The Mannings are back, dude. And like, yeah, I think it's the first 3 or 4 weeks of the season, and then they're gonna pick random other weeks. Maybe it's the first 3 weeks of the season. They're gonna do the first 3 Monday Night Football games, and then they will pick 7 more after that they're gonna do. So 7 of them are TBD, but no Giants or Colts Broncos games, or Colts or Broncos games were on those first 3 Monday Night Football games slates. I'm stoked though. It'll be cool. It's good to have the Mannings back. Also back this week, another comeback kid is the Bucks. Like both the Tampa Bay Bucks and the Milwaukee Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks are, for the first time in 50 years, they are NBA champs. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he won his first title at 26. LeBron definitely didn't win at 26. But this was the most fun finals I feel like in a long time, man. Like I was paying attention to almost every game in this one. I think it was cool not knowing who was going to win going into it, not having super teams in it. Like, I'm not the first person to say that, obviously, but it's just I cared more. I was like, I want to see like smaller markets playing. I'm more interested than the Lakers Nets like we thought it was going to be initially.
Yeah, I watched the last 10 minutes of this game just because like work had winded down. I was still there, and me and my boss just sat down and watched it. It kind of made me wish that I was still into basketball, but I was just like, even as I was watching it, I was like, like I don't really care. The whole like last 5 minutes, which the Bucks basically had it sealed, I just kept going, man, I hope the Suns just hit like 3 threes in a row and like the Suns find a way to blow this. And then it's like a minute and a half left in the game and they're up 7, or there's like 30 seconds, they're up 7. I was like, dude, if they hit this 3 and then like steal 3 foul and like the Bucks find a way to blow it, like I was just rooting for chaos, like just because I thought it would be funnier to watch the Bucks lose.
And that was kind of the part. Like, I didn't give a fuck about either team. Like, I liked people on both sides of it. I was a complete not Giannis guy when James Harden was on the Rockets, but when he fucked the Rockets over, I don't give a shit. And I think it's hilarious that now Giannis can brag about that to James Harden. So fuck you, James Harden. That's what you get when you leave H-Town. You leave the H. I don't care about you anymore, dude. I am stoked that you didn't win a ring with the Nets. I'm stoked that Kevin Durant's fucking toe was just an inch too close on that line, and that would have been a 3 that would have beat the Bucks in that game 7. I'm glad it didn't happen. I'm stoked it didn't happen. Fuck you, James Harden. Giannis, he's the guy now.
Yeah, I was still like all serious.
A very likable player.
I was like, fuck Giannis, because like, you know, just Rockets, and then went at it. And then as the series went on, I realized I was like, I don't really care anymore. And I think it was this dude I follow. He's from Houston, Roosh. If you guys follow basketball, I'm sure you know Roosh on there. And he had said something along the lines of like, it's been enough time and Harden's not on the team anymore. So like, we don't have that rivalry anymore. So like, I don't find myself hating the Bucks anymore. And like, there's no longer that Giannis hatred. And I was like, no, kind of, yeah. Cause Giannis is an extremely likable dude. He's cool. And then especially after the game when he like threw shade at like, yeah, you know, the easy way is just go join a super team. But I decided I was going to stay here and I was going to do it the right way.
That was the best part.
Yeah, like fuck you, LeBron, fuck you, KD, fuck you, Harden, fuck you, everybody. I did it. Yeah, it was a year when every other super team was, you know, had a lot of injuries. But you know what? That's the game. That's the game. Some people get injured, some people don't.
Super team. You had a super team, which would mean if one player goes down, hypothetically, the rest would still be super players that could do it, as opposed to
you don't have depth.
But it also means that you don't have an actual team. If you have a bunch of individuals, they're not going to be able to carry it when all of them aren't together. If you have a team like you had with the Suns, like you had with the Bucks, they're made of guys that work well together. The Bucks found a way to make it happen, and the Bucks fucking loved being up against it. They loved going down a couple games in a series and then just being like, let's turn it the fuck on. Let's go the fuck off in that second part. Like, let's do that. And I think that, I completely turned the corner on Giannis this year, but it was just also like my like hatred of James Harden right now, my anger at James Harden. Like, fuck you, dude.
I did still want the Suns to win. It was weird watching the game last night because I still wanted the Suns to win because I wanted Chris Paul to win the whole thing, but I also bet the Bucks. and I kind of knew it was a lock because Scott Foster was officiating the game. And for those of you that don't
They
know,
were 0-12 in Chris Paul games with Scott Foster officiating in the playoffs.
yes. And from what I hear, there wasn't really bad officiating last game, so it didn't really affect it.
But
also,
0-12, I'm betting that.
yeah. Yeah, now 0-13. If Scott Foster officiates a playoff game where Chris Paul plays, his team is 0-13. So it tells me that Adam Silver wanted the series to end last night.
But you would have thought you wanted it to go 7, but whatever, man. Who are we? Who are we to argue?
Yeah. It's just, and I saw like Chris Paul is now like one of 3 people ever to have 10 all NBA selections and not win a title. But I mean, he played terrible for 3 of the games
He
this
did not
series.
play great.
Didn't have a bad game last night. Booker did. But it also just came down to Giannis for the first time in his career could shoot free throws all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was kind of when I knew it was over. I was like, ooh.
15 of 17 from the line. Like, holy shit. If he has his normal shooting night, I mean, what was the final score? It was like a 7-point game, right?
10 something and 98. Whatever.
Yeah,
The under hit and the under was 222.
Yeah. So like I think
So
if he shot his like normal 62% that he was shooting for the series, I think they lose by 1 or something. The math was, or it's like a close game right around there.
Yeah,
but
it just when you can hit those free throws, it that adds up. And I know that's dumb to say, but like it's the truth.
Fourth quarter, he couldn't miss. Everything he threw up went in, and the Suns bricked tons of open shots. I mean, it's basketball. And then the other side of what you're saying,
well, Bucks also back
Tampa
because
Bay Bucks. Yeah.
well, and
White
Bucks
House.
is in dollars, as in like cash money bucks. Because Saturday night, did you see the Suns fan in Phoenix? Like, you know how Giannis took forever on his free throws? You're only supposed to get 10 seconds, but they would like the Phoenix fans would just start going 1, 2, 3, 4, and this dude just brought a stack of hundies, a stack of tenties, and was 1, 2, 3. Like it was just like, hey, rob that guy. Like that's what I would have thought if I was in Phoenix. I'd be like, hey, you want to go hang outside the arena and just look for this dude because he's got money.
Also, you're a complete tool, dude. That's a really tool move.
And like guys that carry that money around, or either if you're not a rapper or Floyd Mayweather, like I know you just went to the ATM and pulled out like a bunch of money, and like like that was in the third quarter when he was still doing that. I was like, you're not spending that money, dude. You're not spending those hundreds. You brought that as a prop. You thought you were gonna be in front of a camera, and you got in front of a camera, and you got your moment. But like, come on, like there's guys that have that money don't go do that unless you're the Wall Street. So maybe people do that. Maybe
there's like 2 reasons to flaunt and like carry money like that. And flaunt it is you're a professional athlete or entertainer, rapper, and it's like part of your image to be, flashy with cash, and it's like good for your brand. Or you're a complete fucking tool bag, and the only thing you have going for you is that you have money and there's nothing else you can do to be interesting or have any sort of personality. That's the only 2 reasons to flaunt that kind of cash. Because anybody else that has that kind of money, you don't see like, I don't know, a CEO of a company sitting courtside, just like flopping out hundreds and like throwing it everywhere. Like, no, dude, like
act like
that's why we have credit cards.
Right. Cause then when somebody holds a gun up and says, give me that.
Because you're not
like, I don't have any money on me anymore.
You're not paying for things with those hundreds. You have those hundreds so you can show them. You're not.
Well, that was why.
You're not
like throughout the game he was doing that, and
you're not peeling off hundreds as tips. You're not doing that. Now, if you're like very famous, like I said, rapper, athlete, something like that,
if you're at a club, if you're at a strip club.
But even then, you're using ones. Like nobody's. I don't care how rich you are. Nobody's flipping hundreds like that in the club, except for like a 2-second Instagram video, and then they go back to the ones for the real thing. But like if you're just showing up money like that, you're bringing it to show off, and then that money's going back in your bank tomorrow because you need it in the bank. Dude's a total douchebag. Like all the goodwill that Suns and 4 guy brought to the Suns fan base, that guy destroyed it all.
I don't think so, because like I think he was just like, I want to get my moment. Some people think that like their way to do it is a different way than other people, and it's not necessarily the way I would go. I think it looks kind of douchey, but like that's Phoenix, dude. they just seem like they're there to party. And that guy is probably like the guy that wants to look like he's always down to party. He probably doesn't party all the time, but he's like, when I go out, I'm going to show everybody that I could party all the time if I want. I'm just not. And it's like, okay. And it was funny watching him count in $100 bills. So I will give him that. It was funny, but it's just like now everybody in the world knows that you have a bunch of money on you.
Yeah.
I very rarely have a lot of money on me. But like, even if I have like $100 on me, I'm so nervous walking around. I'm like, please just fucking like, I don't want to get robbed. And it's like, nobody's going to think I have money on me anyways, because I look like a fucking idiot. But like, I'm always nervous. And it's, I couldn't imagine carrying that kind of cash around.
Right.
Without like a bodyguard.
Yeah. Not a chance.
Another buck. So that's dollars, like $100 bills, tenties. Bucks that way back. The Milwaukee Bucks are back. And then in football, the Tampa Bay Bucks are back because they went to the White House and Tom Brady had jokes. Tom Brady had some jokes. And then people on Twitter did not take it great, believe it or not. There's some people on Twitter that were upset by it. So Tom Brady's joke was like along the lines of, hey man, not a lot of people thought we were going to win. In fact, to think about, still 40% of the country doesn't think we've won, right? I mean, for Mr. President, I'm sure you can relate with that. Who is like, Tommy, that's hilarious. And then everybody's like, look, Tom Brady's trying to abandon his buddy Trump in support of Biden. And it's like, I think he's just making a joke. Man.
Yeah, like if you've never joked about, I mean, I feel like people that do that have never joked about anything that was actually funny in their life.
No,
like if you don't make fun of your friends.
Watch sports. People that get mad about a lot of sports stuff are people that don't watch sports. So then when they hear something about sports, they're like, why do they do that? And it's like, because it's like a thing they do. You don't watch it, so you don't understand. You know, it's like, I don't know. I don't go tell you how to do like if you're into anime, like that's cool or whatever. It's like, I don't tell you like, man, anime, when anime did this, that was what, like, that doesn't even make sense. It's like, because I don't know anything about it. So I shouldn't be critiquing it. I don't understand it in a lot of ways, but like, that's just because that's not my thing. If you don't watch sports and then you go get offended at something, like it's the people that, like when Coach K will grab somebody and yell at him and they're like, he grabbed him. How is he a college coach with these young men while he is grabbing them and yelling in their face? And it's like, well, he's a coach. 1, 2, shut up, quit being a pussy. And 3, like the kid probably fucking loves him as a coach, and he knows how to get the most out of him. He knows how to motivate somebody. He knows. And 4, he's also been a coach for a long time. Like, just chill the fuck out. Like, that's not everything. Doesn't have to be about you.
And what people always forget when they're talking like college coaches grabbing their players, except for very rare circumstances, they're adults also. They're all over the age of 18. It's not like he's grabbing a 15-year-old by the jersey and like pulling him around and like shoving him. Like, no, that's a grown man. And people forget too, also, like, oh, is that a grown man? That's a grown man who's probably like 6'6", 220 pounds. They can take care of themselves.
Yeah, he could beat the shit out of that coach if he felt like it.
If it was something that was actually going on wrong there, I'm pretty sure it would stop very quickly.
I agree. But yeah, people got mad about Brady making a joke. I just like, I hate in this, like this time right now where everything is so, I don't want to say black and white, red and blue, I guess we can say that.
Yeah.
Everything's so red and blue where it's like, dude, Tom Brady was just trying to have fun, man. He was just making a joke. I don't think fucking anybody, like, I don't think he meant anything ill by it. He was like, haha, you know what? It would be timely to make a joke about this. Done. Okay, cool. That's all it was. Quit like trying to like they're athletes. I don't think a lot of athletes are like, all right, I'm going to say this sentence, but what I'm really going to mean is this. I'm just going to disguise. It's like, you're thinking way too hard into what people are saying. Just words that people are dropping. Like they weren't even getting an award. They were just getting honored at the White House. Brady's not going to go on some fucking political spiel, you know, for either side. He's just fucking having fun. Like, and Brady has been at the fucking White House almost as long as like fucking Obama was.
Yes.
You think of it, if he wins 2 more Super Bowls, he's been there for he probably can't win any more Super Bowls because he would have, like, you're only allowed 8 years, right? It's his 2 terms. See, and then you're like, politics again.
Like slight counterpoint. It's not even like political, but like Aaron Judge when he hit the home run, he was, you know, like hugged the jersey, like, oh, it's a little chilly in Minute Maid Park. That's kind of like athletes thinking about like, oh, I'm gonna say this, but obviously I mean something else.
Yeah,
But
I
that
didn't
was
want to say
about
it
the
because
same sport. That was about
Yeah,
the
but-
same sport, though. It wasn't like he wasn't like, oh, I meant that because there was a cover up in the election. If he had done that and people, if people took it as that, then like that'd be weird.
that was literally the joke he was making. He was making fun of it, but that was the joke he was making. And also, athletes do that kind of shit all the time. Except it's usually in the terms of no cap. Like they say one thing, but it's obviously meaning the other thing. Like the whole thing with the NBA is this league. That's all they say in the NBA. Is they subversively tweet their own teams and their own teammates. It's literally all the NBA does, Alex. So kind of your whole point on that was wrong, but I get what you're saying.
No, but I don't think what Tom Brady was doing was trying to have some insane like political point, and to take
No,
it
he was
as
making
that
a fucking
is
joke.
insane. I'm not saying athletes don't do that because the judge thing like that is in baseball. As long if you're fucking doing little subtle jabs at people in your own sport, like that's funny to me. That's what we need that for baseball because God knows we needed the Astros this whole thing as much as Houston might want to hate on it or whatever it kind of came around at the right time because baseball needed something to kind of make people care about it again. I feel it felt like it was dipping and then it's just embrace the Astros just embrace that heel roll and that's so much more fun. And I think a lot of people that are Astros fans that have embraced it they're having a ton of fun just trolling people, and the people that get really upset about it, it's no, you're not having fun because you just got to realize it's just a joke. It's just a joke going back and forth between everybody. Nothing's going to change. Nothing's going to change from what's going on.
Yeah. And I would say 80% of the people that are mad at Tom Brady online about the joke are all people that have used the term snowflake before. These snowflakes take everything too seriously, can't take a joke. Well, how dare Tom Brady joke about that? He is an illegitimate president, and Trump.
I hate people that got upset about it on both sides. People on both sides pissed me off. Just shut the fuck up.
Well, but yeah, and then of course there's the other side of I can't believe Tom Brady's making this joke when he was the one who supported Trump. Shut the fuck up. It's a joke. Life isn't that serious, guys. It's a fucking joke. And this is when
it is serious when you're supporting a bigot that supports this or that and this and that. It's chill out, just chill out, just chill out, just chill out, just chill out.
Some things should not be joked about. Bullshit. I think literally everything in the world should be joked about. If you think something is off limits, I guarantee you there's jokes that you have made that people think that's off limits. If you can't joke about everything, you shouldn't joke about anything.
Look,
they're
Tasha,
fucking jokes.
Chill out.
They're jokes. It's literally the point of jokes.
You don't have to understand them. They're jokes. People make Rick and Morty jokes. I don't get it. I don't watch Rick and Morty, but I'm not like, what the fuck? I'm just like, oh, okay, that's a joke. I just don't get it. Low-key jokes. I'm missing out on the memes. All right. I don't understand some of the memes, but I get that it's because I don't watch it. I'm like, how dare them? I think that this horn that Loki's wearing is clearly a reference to the political left that he's trying to paint as the devil. Horns.
I mean, I was talking more of abortion and cancer and kids dying, but
I'm talking
about fucked up topics. You should be able to joke about everything.
Oh, but any of that shit. So people turn it into something that's not though. It's just pump the brakes.
Just calm down.
Just pump the brakes. Just pump the brakes, guys. All right, let's move on to space. Space is back. Jeffrey Bezos and company. An old lady named Wally, a young fella that I don't know his name, and then Jeffrey Bezos, his brother that wore a cowboy hat, went to space.
I thought Wally was the kid.
Wally was the girl, the lady. She was supposed to go to space, be the first woman in space, and something happened. She wasn't able to go, so they brought her. And then the kid's dad paid $1 bajillion.
Yeah.
11 minutes. They were in the air, in space, and back down in 11 minutes. And that kid's dad paid $1 bajillion.
I mean,
which is he's one of the only people to go to space now. But I felt like it had to somewhat be like when you're on a roller coaster that you're really excited to go on when you're a kid. You go to Space Mountain at Disneyland, you wait in line for an hour and you go on it and it's over in 2 minutes. And you're like, well, that was it. That was cool, but it's over.
Yeah, but the rocket was shaped like a dick, and for a dick to be up 11 minutes, that's a long time.
That is true. A Tenty. It was a Tenty. Definite Tenty. I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Very proud of himself with that.
Yeah, I was.
I made
It
the
was
Dr.
obvious
Evil
when
joke.
somebody had
I
to
made the
say it.
Dr. Evil joke and then realized like, oh, everybody else on Twitter also made this joke too. Damn it.
Doesn't matter. It was great. Yours was the only meme I saw of it.
But I also share Texas history photos every single day. So that wasn't necessarily like I was just, I wasn't just trying to shoehorn it in there. I was staying on brand. Is what I was
Like,
doing.
I know what there's like why all these rich guys are doing it and everything, but like you can't stop saying you're going to space and then you don't go to space.
They did go to space.
No, they didn't. You get technically yes, no, but if you're gonna go into space, you need to be up in space, like in space.
When you're floating, you're in space, right?
I'm sorry, if you're still technically like within the atmosphere, like they're in the stratosphere or whatever, you're high enough
They're
to be floating,
like, dude.
You can float in a plane, not going in there. No, like if you're in space, you need to be in fucking space.
I think they're in space, dude.
You have a very low bar for this kind of thing.
Yeah, until somebody can like go to the fucking ISS as like somebody like us.
That's
then
space.
I'll be like, okay, that's space.
That's space. These guys are just getting high.
It's pretty spacey. It's pretty spacey.
They went to inner space. They didn't go to outer space.
So also people getting mad online about this was just I have really enjoyed the wow, he should just stay there in space. They're like, well, he'd probably make like a really successful company that would like run space super efficiently and make a fuckload of money, and then you'd be mad at him for doing that too because he'd conquer space. Like then you'd be like, well, no, he's not creating opportunities for people in space. Like just relax, dude. People make money sometimes. Like yes, he has a ridiculous amount of money, but like it's not like he didn't work for it. He then also hired people to help his money make money, and I think making your money make money is also almost equally as hard as like getting the money in the first place. It's easy to get that money and then burn it.
No, my favorite was, and I still haven't seen the context of the quote, but everyone's sharing him saying, this one, thank you to all the Amazon employees because you paid for this. And then people freaking out about it online. I kind of hope the context of the quote is exactly how it sounds. And he's just giving a dickhead like quote, like,
He just
yeah,
knew
I'm
what
rich
he was going to do.
and I don't pay my employees enough, but like, fuck you. Hey, you guys paid for this. I would actually kind of like Bezos more. Like, all right, this dude's going full heel. He doesn't give a shit. Like he's like one more divorce away from becoming Dr. Evil and trying to take over the world by force. And I'm kind of on board for it. Like this guy's such an asshole. Or he's so rich he's completely oblivious.
Would
like,
you do it? Would you fly on a spacecraft like this? Like
no.
if you got the, because like to me, like I know that Virgin guy, not Richard Branson, right?
Yeah.
Richard Branson already did it, and I know that Musk is trying to do it, and Bezos just did it, and it's like I feel like they got a little bit more special treatment on that rocket because it was very, 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 very rich people that could afford to make sure that all the other shit's going there. If it was just me casually hopping on it, and they're like, yeah, no, because they're like, we're gonna reuse this. And I remember when Elon was doing his test rocket, he's like, yeah, we're hoping, I think we can do like 19 to 20, trips with each rocket. And I don't think that was a manned rocket, but it was like, still, I don't want to be on trip 19 of that. Like, I don't want to be on the 19th one up there. Like Bezos got all the good shit when it was brand new. I'm going to wait till like a lot of people go on this. And then, okay, cool. Nobody blew up. Nothing bad happened. Nobody got stuck in space because that would suck.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. Like, oh, cool. I'm going to have a lot of G-forces on my body. In 11 minutes, I'll be back. Guess what? With that much force on my body, I don't trust myself being 11 minutes away from a toilet. Just don't.
That's a very good point.
I very rarely, under regular circumstances, trust myself more than 11 minutes away from a toilet. Don't want to do it that high up in space where shit can go wrong and blow up.
Literally and figuratively.
And then also, like, I mean, I feel like that's a lot of training to go into 11 minutes because it's not just, oh, this day is burned because I got to go in early. I got to get suited up. I got to get in the rocket. I got to go up. I got to do post press. No, there's a lot of training just for a stupid little flight. Not in for it.
Yeah, I'm not about it until it's like super duper easy to do, I feel like.
And even if you were telling me like, hey, we're going to send you up to the space station, you're going to spend a couple of days, I'd be like, I know me, probably going to get pretty bored pretty quickly up there. Like, is
do you have
TV?
Xbox? What's your internet connection like?
Like, unless you're setting me up with an Xbox, I'm gonna play COD from the ISS.
Which would be
I don't wanna
sick.
go.
That would be kind of cool.
That'd be pretty sick. Except like when I'm all strapped in, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta poop, and I gotta like unstrap and float over the toilet and strap myself back in.
Into the toilet. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially without without gravity constantly pulling on my stomach, letting me know when it's time to shit. I could just shit at any moment. I don't know. I don't know my body.
That's true. And you get to shit like standing up. That would feel weird, I bet.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I think you have to like strap yourself into the
It's
toilet.
like a wall, yeah. Because you couldn't shit like sitting because it would just come right back up.
And I like to sit for a while when I poop. I don't know. Like, I assume it's a constant vacuum that's pulling the shit down immediately, or else it's going to float back up and hit my butt. And I don't want
I
that.
hope so.
NASA toilets, how do they work?
Somebody's got to know. Any
And after a
astronauts
while,
listening? Let us know.
Like I said, I like to sit there. I'd be worried that I'm going to burn out the constant vacuum fan that's running. They go, oh, sorry, guys, we're going to scrap the whole mission. Everybody
It seems like a lot could go wrong. Seems like a lot could go wrong for sure.
I mean, like, after you get up there and you float food at somebody from like across the room, whatever you want to call it, I feel like after 20 minutes, I'd be bored of space.
Yeah, I feel like it's like, this was a fun day. I'm ready to go back.
And then the travel time on going back, ugh.
I don't think it takes that long. I think you just like, you're on like a rocket. Like, it's got like all that like fucking fire and shit burning through. So like, I think you're just going fast, right?
But I'm saying going back, it's got to be minimum a 2-hour flight. And it's probably more like 4.
Do you think you have like a DVD player with you?
I just feel like, guys, I'm going to nap, and then I wouldn't be
Is
able to
there a
sleep through the
meal
flight.
during this flight? Like, no, you're flying it, idiot. What?
All the astronauts would be in there like, shut the fuck up. Like, who put this fat fuck on board?
I just took a fucking Ambien, dude. Like, I'm not going to fly this.
Oh, they would definitely crush Ambien into my food just to get me knocked out and to shut the hell up.
Here, we got you a brownie. Just eat this space brownie. We'll be there in no time. You're like, whoa, what's up?
Especially because, like, they could move me easily because it's 0G. Like, if there was gravity up there, they'd be like, oh, we can't drug him. He's too fat to move.
That's true.
Yeah,
hey,
space seems kind of whack.
Like, I'll watch stuff in space. I don't
like, it's cool. I like the concept of it, but just leave me out of it. No,
Robert, would you do it?
Yeah, I think I would.
You've got a scientific mind.
Yeah.
It'd be something worth experiencing.
You're like not nervous right now? Like, would you wait a while though?
If Jeff Bezos did it, then I guess I'd be willing to do it.
But it's like Jeff Bezos is like, they made sure it was good. It's Jeff Bezos.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if like flight number 2 with the same thing, they're going to like, it's like, it's not Jeff Bezos. Who gives a shit?
I would still trust it though,
It
because
makes
he's
me
trying to
nervous.
make money off of this venture. He can't have his second flight blowing up.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I just have a feeling something's going to go wrong at some point. And it's going to be like, yep. Somebody paid $1 million to do that.
If I'm doing it, I'm definitely flying with Hillary, because nothing's going to take that rocket down.
All right, let's move on.
Just saying.
Let's move on from that one. Okay. Lil Nas X, our king has returned. Our king has returned. Actually, both of my kings, Eli Manning, Lil Nas X, both back and Comeback Kid this week. But Lil Nas X is back. He, I believe it was Monday or Tuesday. I guess it was Monday. He had posted, hey, about to go into the court case for the Nike shoes. Y'all pray for me. And then like 10 minutes later, he posted a video and he's playing a judge. He's playing a prisoner. He's playing a bailiff. He's playing a juror. He's playing a cop. And it's the intro to his new music video that's dropping on Friday. I have my sources and I was able to get a leaked version of the song. So it's Lil Nas X's, it's called Industry Baby is the name of the song. It's produced by Kanye West. And that's going to be pretty fucking cool. And then it's also featuring Jack Harlow, who I'm not super familiar with, but I'm here for it. I did not hear the Jack Harlow part of the song. I heard all of Lil Nas X's part. It's like as if Jack Harlow wasn't involved in it. I think it was like the original version of it. It fucking slaps, dude. It fucking slaps. I know this is going to be Lil Nas X's third #1 Billboard song. I guarantee it. Robert, grab that snippet right there, and then when it is #1 next week, you're like, "Fuck, Alex was right," and just then be like, "Told you so." Told you so, guys. It's gonna be a fucking slapper. It also has he has a line in it where he goes, "This one's for the champions," and I was like, I know ESPN's gonna grab the fuck out of that, and they're gonna use it for every fucking championship intro forever. And it's gonna be a fucking awesome song, you guys. Y'all gonna like it. And yeah, the king is back. Lil Nas X is back. And the way that he baited everybody in, like, hey, I got this court case. Actually, psych, here's just the intro to the video. So go check this out. Pretty awesome shit. I'm very excited. Industry Baby coming out Friday from our king, Lil Nas X. And then what else did we have?
I had leaks.
Oh, so I guess I sort of kind of playing off of that. I got a Lil Nas X leak. Other leaks.
Yeah.
Pissing.
So the Kraken tonight, the newest NHL team, the expansion team, the Seattle Kraken, will be doing their expansion draft, which is just all the. We're not going to get into it because most of you guys don't know hockey and don't know the whole expansion. We don't need to get into it, but they're going to get one person from every other team because that's the way it works. The teams can protect a certain amount of people. So tonight at 10 o'clock, ESPN is airing the expansion draft of who all they selected. Well, it's really dumb because by the time, what may not be 10 o'clock, whatever it is, it's 10 hours after they actually submitted it. Well, I don't know if you know this about journalists. They get these lists ahead of time or have insider sources. So basically, we know most of their team already 10 hours ahead of when they're actually going to be airing it on TV. Not a great look for ESPN. Like, why wait 10 hours? You're just, and especially now that they have having the rights
of the NHL.
It's really dumb. I don't see. I'm trying. I had a guy had it up earlier who everyone was getting. I don't know if you've seen who they're taking from. Have you seen who Detroit is losing yet?
I don't remember yet.
I can't remember. This list that I have up isn't fully updated, but I know Lauzon is who's being taken from the Bruins. They're not taking Carey Price from Montreal, which was a big debate whether or not they were going to do it. Oh shit, hold on. I think I have. Oh goddamn, I swiped away. All right. But yeah, just it doesn't air. I think it's 8 o'clock is when it's supposed to air, and yeah, they're not doing a good job. The whole thing is basically leaked. Here we go. Nope, they've leaked every single one except for Detroit so far.
Good, because Detroit is a steel trap, and they don't ever give out information. Steve
but
Eisman,
also,
that's why it works.
If you follow hockey, go check it out because they're going to have a pretty solid team. It's going to be fun to watch them next year. Just like when I don't think they're going to be as strong as Vegas in their first year because Vegas, getting Fleury was big for them, and they've got some other good hockeys or some goalies, but I don't expect them to be that strong. But yeah, hockey leaks.
Leaks back.
Yeah,
they're back. All right. You know what else is back? It's Jesus. And this is our What Would Jesus Do segment, where we encourage you every single week to throw Jesus in a situation he might find himself in if he were here in today's time. If Jesus was here in 2021, what kind of situations would he find himself in? This isn't an ad, but okay. So yeah, we had the WWJD bracelets growing up, and they never told us what Jesus would do. It just said WWJD on it, and that was all it was. And now we've decided we're going to try and we're going to answer those questions for you. So you hit us up on Twitter, use the hashtag PTGWWJD. Hit us up at Pass the Gravy Pod. I'm at Alex J. Middleton. Pat is at Not Pat Dion, and Robert is at Robert Barbosa 03. Hashtag PTGWWJD. We're gonna do this segment until you guys stop submitting stuff. I appreciate those of you that sent in a bunch of stuff last week, but keep them coming. That and answers. We need you guys to keep sending stuff in as much as you can. Hashtag PTGWWJD to at Pass the Gravy Pod. This is the What Would Jesus Do segment.
Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus, what would Jesus do? Put him in a situation in a modern time. If you wrote this jingle, do you think he'd make it rhyme? So think about this crazy world in which we live today, and how would Jesus handle it in any given way?
All right. This week's What Would Jesus Do comes to us from our buddy Matthew Jaramillo at TX Jalapeno 85 on Twitter. He says, what would Jesus's workout playlist be?
Ooh.
I think
Only hymns.
only hymns.
I think so.
Okay.
You don't think he'd have some Christian rock in there?
Some Creed?
With arms wide open. I think Creed. Yeah, just Creed.
Maybe some Faith Plus One.
Faith Plus One
Nah.
for sure.
No, see, that's not workout music though. It's got to be rock. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be Creed. Creed's greatest hits.
I would say it would be like Creed was the first thing that came to my mind. I'm looking at Christian rock bands right
Ooh,
now.
actually-
Switchfoot, 1,000-foot Crutch. They were kind of harder.
No, I'm gonna say it's literally gonna be only Creed and Godsmack. He needs the hard stuff that's like on his side, but then also the stuff that's kind of shit talking him.
POD. POD is Christian rock, sort of.
Maybe Eulogy by Tool as well. Because that's kind of.
He's not a Tool guy. He wouldn't have Tool.
I think he would, because that one's kind of on the opposite side. So it's like,
he doesn't want bad music.
He's working out to his hit. Okay, Tool's good. Shut your mouth. But he
like bad music.
He's kind of working out to the haters. Working out to the haters to pump himself up.
Yeah, I would say Switchfoot, Creed.
Definitely a lot of Creed.
A
lot of Creed.
Mostly Creed. Robert, do you have any, besides hymns, do you have anything else to add in Faith Plus One?
No, I'm going to stick with hymns and Faith Plus One.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. So Creed, hymns, Faith Plus One,
Godsmack,
and Godsmack.
a little bit of Tool,
and maybe some POD. He'd have Boom just on loop. Like Boom is in there 6 times, just like on its own. Every 5th song is Boom.
Maybe also Tears in
Here
Heaven.
comes a boom at BuzzFest. By the way, September 4th. Get your tickets to thebuzz.com.
Nice.
Company guy. So that's it. All right, cool.
Yeah, quick one.
Hashtag PTG WWJD at Pass the Gravy Pod. Thank you, Matthew Jaramillo. Appreciate you, brother. Pat, will you tell our good friends about Southern Star Brewing Company, the sponsor of our Not Cool segment this week?
My God, I would love to. Like I say every week, guys, you know them, we know them, you love them, we love them. Guys over at Southern Star, guys and gals, over at Southern Star Brewing Company, just pumping out hit after hit after hit. Right now, I'm drinking like almost every week a low-cal IPA. I'm a big fatty trying to be a little bit less of a big fatty. These will help you out without sacrificing any of the flavor that comes with a high-quality, delicious beer. You don't want that. You want something maybe a little, I don't necessarily want to say fruity, a little citrus. Bam. Get your Southern brunch. We've got the podcast favorite, our strawberry bombies. You got original bombies, like a little darker beer. Maybe you're going to go with a winter warmer with a buried hatchet stout. Point is, whatever you like, there's going to be something for you from our friends over at Southern Star. They always say beer for people who like beer. Hell, we even say beer for people who don't like beer. 100% of the time, if you give them a chance, they'll find a beer that you like. And if that's not true, then I don't know, you're Robert. You just don't drink beer. That's the only other explanation. If they can't find a beer you like, it's because you don't drink beer. Look out for their upcoming event. Damn it, I just had here my shit reloaded. Heatwave, there it is. Coming up. The Heatwave 2021 end of summer concert and event up at Southern Star Brewing. It's going to be this Saturday, 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. And it is the first, God, dude, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook right now. It's jumping all over the place. The inaugural first hip hop concert in Conroe, Texas. Bunch of summer activities. It's all day. It's not just for hip hop heads. Whole family can enjoy yourself. There's even going to be charity for St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Because, Southern Star, they care about the kids. It's not just for us beer drinkers. It's for the whole family. They're great guys and gals up there. They always put on great events. If you guys have been before, you know. If you haven't been before, you need to know. Go up this Saturday. I'm not going to be able to make it. I think, Alex, you're going to be there?
I'm going to try and make it up there this weekend, yeah.
I know there's
all
going to be some of the gravy games going to be up there. I've already seen a couple people saying that they're going.
I do have.
Outlaw
Did you read the
Dave.
bands already?
I have not read the bands yet.
Dizzy Moore, Ian D'Artes, friend of Pass the Gravy. He's going to be one of the headliners. Lord A, Cody Blake, Winston Cook, also friend of Pass the Gravy. Vision to Hear ×2, Janelle Walker, Cody Blake, John Clementine, Deontay Roberts, Rogue One, the G Boys, and lots more. It's going to be awesome, guys. They have all kinds of fun stuff there. Why wouldn't you want to go? Why wouldn't you want to go? Heatwave going down this Saturday, Sunset Brewing Company.
Also,
Bombshell Pills.
I was going to say, we cannot forget that their newest release, Bombshell Pills. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it yet. I know it's in stores. I went to
I've
two
heard
different
nothing but good
HEBs today.
things. Heard nothing but good things so far.
I'm sure by next week I'll have it. I'm excited, guys. You can go up and get it straight from the brewery. Beer's always better straight from the brewery.
Like a Marlin. I do have my darling like a Marlin still. So,
are they completely out? Do they still have a couple of those left? I think last week they might have had a couple.
Negative.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought it was
done.
all gone.
Darling like a Marlin is not buyable, I guess. But yeah. Sunset Brewing Company, official sponsor of the Not Cool segment. And feel free to send us your not cool. So not cool is basically anything that happens throughout the week that just makes you say, hey, man, that's not cool. What the fuck, dude? Like, it could be a big deal. Pat getting his car hit last week, which is not cool. And then it can also be you stubbed your toe. That's a not cool as well. Hit us up, hashtag PTG, not cool. Read as many of them as we can for the week. Sometimes we'll space them out if there's a lot. But here we go. This is a not cool segment.
Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool, man.
Dude, that's not cool.
Not cool. Not cool.
Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
I'll go first. Mine is kind of dumb, but mine goes back to you guys know I'm a big jersey guy, big into I guess football fashion, sports. Just like I fucking hate stupid looking jerseys. And one thing that I really hate, and it's especially something I hate right now because my team just put out new jerseys. West Ham released their new jersey, or kit as they say across the pond, for 2021 to 2022, and it has a collar on the home jersey, and I think it's stupid. Collars don't belong on jerseys. Is that a hot take, or like do you guys kind of agree with that? Like, no, it's weird. Like, this is not a fucking business meeting. You know, like, I'm not showing up to court in a West Ham jersey. Like, I mean, it's cool that now I guess you get the option, but like, you're not. No, I don't want to be running around sweating in a collared shirt.
The pitch is their place of business, but I'm with you on. I don't want anything extra like flapping against my neck while I'm running around trying to fucking play.
It's not like annoying. A giant collar either. It's just like,
but still, like, you're running, wind could catch it, it could fly up, and it just, you know, it's annoying on your neck. Just don't do it. Just stop.
Aren't collars to put like ties in?
I mean, I think like old timey baseball uniforms had them. Maybe they're just going for like an old school look for their.
It's stupid, dude. No, this is not like.
It is. I agree.
Meet and greet. This is a game we're playing. We don't need collared jerseys, okay? I'm passing on the West Ham home jerseys this year, right? Because of that.
I passed too.
Thank you, and for standing with me in solidarity. But that's all I have. That's really my week's been pretty solid so far. I'm not gonna lie, but that's my number for the week.
Mine are pretty quick too. Just people calling into work. So goddamn annoying. Just come to work. Just come to work.
I thought you meant like people calling the restaurant. I was like, well, if they have orders, shouldn't they?
No, that too. No, but just don't, like, when you're supposed to be there already, don't be like, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it today. Fuck you. You're supposed to be here. Like, in 2 minutes, you were late. Like, fucking, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that sucks. And then just insurance shit, dealing with that with my car. I don't need to go into, it's all the same shit basically as last week. It's just.
But you said it was totaled. You were telling Robert and I a little bit beforehand. So it is officially totaled.
Yeah. So insurance shit.
Not
now
great.
I'm going to start looking for another car and just all the bullshit that goes with all that. So that sucks. And also Alex reminding me about Aaron Rodgers in the middle of the podcast when I was in a great mood and I was vibing, and then my mood.
It's podcast where we talk about things like that. Okay. Robert was with me when Eli got benched, and I had to go through that. I had to emotionally go through that, and it was tough.
I'm kidding. But yeah, that's all I got. What about you, Robert?
I was gonna say this last week, but I'm like, nah, it's gonna stop soon. But it hasn't. It's just been raining pretty much like
Right?
every day for the past 3 weeks.
What the fuck? Not the past 2 months. Just chill
Yeah.
out. And it's like it stops raining just enough for us to get like 2 days of the most humidity fucking possible. It's like, oh, you want us to soak up all that rain back from the ground? We can do that. Oh, hey, we're raining again, by the way. Haha. Oh, and now it's 95 degrees with just 100% humidity. So have fun with that, guys.
Yeah, I'm over it.
It's not
I'm over
very
it.
comfortable.
It's like that rain where like it's not like, and I guess like you don't want a constant rain because then it starts flooding and stuff, but it just like you'll be like walking your dog, it's sunny, and then just out of nowhere, it's just
Exactly.
what? Why? I think it's called gypsy rain, is what I want to say. It is called, where it's like you can still see the sun, but it's raining. It's like, why the fuck is it? Make your goddamn mind up. Weather, like either be sunny or be rainy, but don't fucking half-ass this with me. And don't flood us also. Like, so I guess it's better than flooding us, but it's like, do you want to get flooded or do you want it to just rain nonstop for 6 months?
On the bright side, it looks like it's going to rain again tomorrow, and then we're supposed to get 5
It's
days
gonna rain
without
forever. I don't until I see it, I won't believe it.
I know, me either. It sucks. And it's supposed
We're
to
getting to like Noah level of this shit right now. It's like
Sunday and Monday. It shows it's supposed to be 95. So then Alex's favorite stat, real feel, it's probably gonna be like 102.
Don't tell me how I feel. You don't tell me how I feel. All right, pal.
Oh
Yeah, dude. Fuck rain.
I'm done with it. I'm done with everything. I'm done with life.
It's
Rain's
too
the
much.
worst.
I just want to go back to being 9.
Right? Why did we grow up and then we grow up and we're like,
No, I'd
So
probably
what?
rather go back to being like 16 so I can still drink. 9's a little young for that.
Not legally, but
Oh, I can. I did, which obviously meant I could.
I guess so. I can and I have.
Yeah. I did and I didn't drink.
All right, let's move on. That was our not cool segment. Hashtag PTG not cool at Pass the Gravy Pod. If you'd like to submit yours. Before we move on and before I do an ad, Pass the Gravy Bro. Pat is part of it as well. Emma is part of it. Chris Hogan, former host of Pass the Gravy, is part of it. Every episode of Big Brother after the episode airs, one or at least Emma and I will. Pat and Chris kind of cycle in and out, but we'll go live after every single episode of Big Brother this season and do a episode recap. And we are available wherever you listen to podcasts. But if you want to join us live on Facebook, tune in to Pass the Gravy Bro on Facebook, and like within 15-20 minutes of each episode ending, we hop on there and we recap the episode. We give you power rankings on Sunday. That's always pretty fun, and we'll tell you what happened behind the scenes that you didn't see on the show. Then we have a spoilers episode, like a spoilers portion of the podcast. It's a lot of fun. If you watch the show Big Brother, check it out. Pass the Gravy Bro, free wherever you listen to Pass the Gravy podcast. And then Robert has a recent study suggests at a recent study pod. What did y'all talk about this week?
Talked about Return of the Mullet.
Oh, I haven't gotten to listen to this week's yet, but I guess I'm gonna make an appointment. Nope, but I'm already fucking subscribed to you, so I guess I don't have to make an appointment listening.
You're
But
welcome.
I will listen to it later.
You're welcome
Yeah,
for the
was it
inspiration.
Pat that inspired you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was thinking about.
I
that.
got to get it recut. But I'm gonna get it done probably next week, and I'm gonna make it look real trashy. It's gonna be great.
I still don't think it's long enough to be a mullet, but okay.
It's not. It's a baby mullet, but it's getting there, man. I've got bad hair. What do you want from me? It's gonna take a while.
I'm just saying. But yeah, recent study pod on Twitter and Instagram, and then go give them a 5-star review. Go give all of us a 5-star review. At disappointed but not surprised, Alex and Allie. They are awesome, and they have some interesting topics that they talk about. All things sex. They had a guy with a micro penis on last week. Yeah,
You were on there?
all kinds of stuff. I was not on it. I'm next week, dude. I'm next week. We got the Weekly D podcast and many more. Go check it out at the Pass the Gravy Podcast Network at PTGPN if you're not following. But go give all the people in the Pass the Gravy family of podcasts some love. this week if you're looking for something else to listen to. Let's get to the answers segment. If you'd like to submit your questions, if it's a high thought, something you thought of while drunk, something you saw on the internet, just anything. Like, you want some relationship advice? You want some, do you want to maybe quit your job? You want our opinion on what you should do? Anything. Maybe you got a coworker you hate and you want to hear how you should handle them. Hit us up at Pass Your Pod, hashtag PTG Answers, at Pass Your Pod, hashtag PTG Answers. This is the answers segment.
Question. Why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Any questions?
The answers segment is brought to you by littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. It's got a little bit of everything in it. They have new shirts available now. Do you want the always late shirt, the don't talk to me, just okay, main character? They have keychains of all kinds. Ladies, they got the little compact mirrors you can use to put your makeup on. They have awesome stickers, the best air fresheners in the world, and you get free shipping on all orders of $10 or more. littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com. They also have a blog. They have some new prints that you can get. The prints are pretty cool, ladies. If you want some like flowery prints to hang up around your office, around your bedroom, maybe your dorm room, ladies, if you're listening in college, anything like that, this all is perfect for it. Go check it out, littlemshop.com, littlemshop.com, our official sponsor of the answers segment. Let's get to our first question this week from our podcast son, Skylar Lester.
Skylar!
Skylar says, dinosaurs are ancestors to birds. So does that make the asteroid that struck Earth and killed all of the dinosaurs the highest ratio of killing birds in one stone in Earth's history?
Oh, yeah.
Again, dinosaurs are birds. 2 birds, 1 stone. Asteroid is technically a big stone. Would the asteroid be the biggest bird killing stone in history? I would say yes, right?
Definitely.
What else would be?
The only thing I could think is like, oh no, I was gonna say like maybe
There's
the
like
freeze that killed a bunch
whole
of quail in Texas, but that's not a stone.
Species. Yeah.
I mean, technically, it's. I mean, it is the biggest stone to kill birds, but it is also just the highest ratio. Killed millions of birds with 1 stone. I mean, who could beat that? Nobody.
I don't think anybody.
Nobody could beat that.
So yes, great observation, son.
There you go.
Very
I
proud
like
of
that
you.
outside the box thinking.
Very proud of you. That's how he raised you. Great question, Skylar. Brett Brandon at Price of a ZJ weighs in with his question. He says, is the Blue Origin rocket a boomerang?
No, it's a penis.
Well, it's a penis boomerang, though, if you think about it, because like it literally did. It went to space, it came back. So that is a boomerang. It landed itself. Like these Elon Musk, like the original NASA ones, they went and they sort of came back. Like this one literally like landed right back right in the middle of like the same platform it took off in.
I was gonna say
It
no.
left and it came back. That's a
I
boomerang.
was gonna say no because I was like, no, it went straight up and straight back down. But very unlikely that it went straight up and straight back down. It went up, reached a certain point and came back down. There's got to be
And then you
some
saw
sort of
the
a little
little-
loop to it.
The little boosters, it kind of floated it back to the right spot.
And it did go back to where it began in the same spot. So as much as it pains me, I will grant this one boomerang status. God damn it, Brett.
Not only
God
is it a
damn
boomerang,
you.
not only is it a
fucking
boomerang,
bastard.
it's a good boomerang.
First you upshow me in the mullet game and then you make me agree that something's a boomerang. You're being a real douche.
We're back on boomerangs, everybody. We're
God
back
damn it.
on boomerangs.
God damn it. I'd
Feels
rather
good.
deal with insurance.
Feels good, guys. It's
No,
good
I
to be
wouldn't.
back.
That's a lie.
Since Pat agrees with me, Robert, I know you're going to disagree, so it doesn't matter because you've been outvoted.
Yeah, I would have to disagree. Like for me, boomerang consists of 2 things. It has to come back, and it has to be thrown.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
that's
a
right.
rocket.
That's right.
It was thrown with a fucking rocket launch,
Nope,
dude, and then
nope,
it
I
literally
forgot
came
about
back
the
with the
throw.
same propelled rock.
Never mind. Back with
Nope.
Robert.
Nope.
Back
You
with
already
Robert, it
agreed
wasn't
to it.
thrown.
You already agreed to it.
No.
No, it is definitely a boomerang. It fucking literally came back to right where it was. It's a boomerang.
No.
It has to be
No.
thrown.
It was
It
not
was
thrown.
thrown from the fucking rocket fuel inside of it.
No, that would be a push.
It was a fucking very large throw.
It was thrusted off, not thrown.
Just thrown. Just thrown. It's a boomerang. You already said it was, so you can't
Nope.
go back on that.
No,
It's a
I changed my
boomerang.
mind.
Yes, 100%. It is a boomerang, Brett. Great
Nope.
question. Ashley Wilkins at Buster Healer Mix says, if one of your body parts was detachable, what would it be and why?
Oh, my fucking head, so I could just end it. No. No.
Kind of got
If I
talked there.
if I could detach one, you know what? I'd say one of my arms, because then you could slap someone from even farther away. Like you just
Farther away.
grab your
Actually,
arm
that's kind of
and
what I
pull it
was
off,
leaning
and you could
towards.
just smack your buddy from like the other side of the room. And
Yeah,
it's big
that's what I
enough to where
do.
you're not going to lose it. Or like say you're sleeping at night and you can't get comfortable, you know, your arm's falling asleep and it's bothering you, just pop that bitch off.
I would say the thumb, so you can do like that little like thumb trick, and it would actually be real. Like, oh, I have.
You could
a
really do
thumb.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll give you a better one than that, Robert. Don't do the thumb trick. I had a friend whose older
knows?
brother cut off like half of his finger in a motorcycle accident in the engine one time. So what he would do is when people weren't looking, he would like jam it into his ear and it would look like his finger was really far into his ear. That's a much more fun one to do. So if you're going to don't do thumb, do one of the fingers. It's a much funnier prank.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe one of those.
But I'm going to
I'm
stick
gonna
with
go
arm.
hand. So yeah, I'm gonna go like shoulder though, like from the shoulder down, because
Yeah.
then you can like get the
Yes,
this.
arm.
Well, sometimes like arm is like right here too, from like, but like I want the elbow part of it because then you can get like the whiplash from it, you know.
Oh, of course. What
So
if
yeah,
you could
great
just
question.
like just remove a nipple? There's no upside to it, but like I don't know.
I had
It's
to
like
remove
we're-
something had to be detachable. Would it be
Yeah.
right or left?
I feel like my left is a little more sensitive.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna stick with arm though.
Would you do it? Like, what about if it was your dick and you could just dick slap people?
No, I don't want to chance losing my dick.
Yeah, you could lose. You could lose your dick.
Just
Nobody wants to
waste
lose
it.
their dick.
100% I'd lose my
Damn
dick.
it! Where
at
did
some
I
point.
put it?
Like, if I lose an arm, if it's my left arm, so be it. I could function 100% of my life the way I'm doing now. Like, I'll be able to carry less plates in the restaurant. Boo-hoo. Like, if I lose a
Right.
leg, that's super inconvenient. I could lose an arm and not change a lot about my life. Like, a lot would change. Don't get me wrong, but it wouldn't
significantly change it.
be a complete detriment to my life. Like, oh,
Would you
I
be
can't
a
play.
hook guy if you lost an arm?
I mean, nobody would be a hook. You just don't have an arm. You can't place a hook into your shoulder.
Oh, I'd be a hook guy.
It was like I would have to get one of those
I'd
special
get like
controllers.
I'd get a prosthetic, but then I'd be like definitely throw a hook on it.
Actually, my life might improve if I lost an arm, because the only way I could play video games after that would be get a special controller that I could play with one hand. Not doing that. I'm not learning a new skill. I'm 31. I'm past
That
learning
would
new
really
things.
fuck up video games, wouldn't it?
So video games would be out of my life. It'd give me more time, but really with that time, I would just watch more TV and movies, and then maybe I could do like get into like reviews and stuff like that.
Okay.
I already type peck, search and peck anyway. So now I'm just doing that with one hand.
So it would just make everything more difficult. I think hand, and I think I'd be pretty good at keeping up with it.
Yeah, arm. And here's the other thing: the arm, it's big enough to where if you place it somewhere, it's not so hard you can find it. Your dick can fall in between the cracks, and that's gonna be hard to find.
Oh yeah, especially mine. Like I would barely be able to find it anyways.
Yeah, with your micro penis.
Not a micro penis. It's just above it. One step above. Let's go to our next question from Alex O at Alex McThunder1. Shout out again to him, like not just making gifts while he's sick and stuff. We're not just going back to old past gravy YouTube episodes, but he literally created Twitter just to interact with the podcast, because that's like he was like, all right, you guys, I didn't have a fucking Twitter, but you always bitch about not having Twitter, so here Here I am. Now what? And he's fucking been a straight up G with contributing to the podcast.
And you love it now, don't you, Alex?
I do.
I was
I do,
very
and he does,
not
and
you. I
everybody
was
does.
meaning him. I was talking to him. Why would I talk to you?
I don't know. Because his name's also Alex.
But yeah, I was the same way. I was very anti-Twitter. As soon as I got on Twitter,
Just do Instagram now.
I've been thinking more about it lately.
Just do it. Like you don't have to do it. Like, you don't have to do that much.
I think just because I think it would be funny if I started commenting on my works post, like, "Where's Pat?"
I'm just saying, try it. Do it. Just fucking make one.
I'm considering. I'm probably eventually will because I'm already wearing down on it. But
Do it this week.
yeah, it's probably not going to happen.
Do it. Everybody tweet Pat at not Pat.
Yeah,
Davidson,
I
make an
gotta
Instagram.
wait. I gotta wait till I get a new car so then I can post the pictures of it and be like, "My new baby."
Well, if you already have it, then you'll be good to go.
No, that'd be my first post. That's a fucking hot ass post.
All right, whatever, dude. Fuck you.
I'm not putting a timeline on this, man. Don't force it.
I think you should. Let's move along to our final question.
No, you didn't even say Alex.
Oh, fucking no! I was just shouting out to Alex. You're right. What?
His question is, why are they called cowboys when they clearly ride horses? Shouldn't they be called horse boys? I'm gonna say no because there's horse girls out there, and it's like cowboys are cowboys. You know, they're tough guys. They're out in the open range in the elements, and the horse
Aren't
girls
they
are
like
just
taking
like
care of cattle? Like, isn't that what it was? And like cows are part of the cattle, so like I thought that was kind of what it was.
probably. And horse
Not
girls
what you
are
ride
just
on,
like
what you're overseeing, where it's like horses are kind of like they just go where you tell them. Like cows are like, I'm just in the field. What do I do here?
yeah, the horses are just a tool to herd them, but so are dogs. So you know, like I
So
said,
are dogs, yeah.
horse girls are just like rich chicks that like own horses
Those
and
are
ride them all the
centaurs.
time, and it's like fucking weird. So horse boys,
Part horse, part girl.
horse boys would be really weird.
The
Or
centaurs.
well, technically, horse boys, you know what they are? They're equestrians.
No, they're centaurs.
No, that's a whole different thing.
That's a horse boy. Boy
you're getting
and
into
horse
a
together. Horse boy.
whole other porn category at that point.
I like the progressive motorcycle. It's like a centaur motorcycle guy. That
Motor.
guy's cool. Yeah, he's cool on the commercials.
Yeah, that guy's awesome.
Bottom half is a motorcycle. I love that.
But yeah, they're called cowboys because they were working with cows. That's why.
Yeah, they were with cows.
I'm sure that's not the actual answer. There's a more nuanced one, but that's
Sounds
what we're going
right,
with.
though. They invented milking.
Caballos.
Caballos. All right, now our final question of the week from Josh Tree Cottle, our reigning MVP at Joshua Tree 713. He says, "What are flies plotting?" And then he sends us a picture, and it's the fly like where they're just rubbing their hands together. I obviously think that they are plotting some shit, literally and figuratively, because they always want to go to shit. And
How can I land on that dookie? That's what they're plotting.
Shit. It's not good shit because you never want to fly around. Like, is there a good sign whenever flies? Like, is there ever a good time to have flies around?
They're plotting. How can I annoy the fuck out of the most people today?
Yeah, and they're all kind of just like they're spies, you know. Look at a fly on the wall. Yeah, flies are the worst.
Flies suck. Well, mosquitoes are the worst, but flies aren't far behind.
Yeah, fuck flies.
Flies are they just buzz around your face and annoy the shit out of you.
We're anti-fly people here on this podcast.
I'm very anti-fly.
Yeah, you never want to fly around unless you're like trying to feed your iguana.
Yeah, and they like,
or like there's a frog that could get a frog. They can get one because that's cool to watch.
And a fly like fucked up Jeff Goldblum's experiment and turned him into like a half fly person and made him a monster. Like that's not cool. We don't fuck with Jeff.
That's not cool at all.
We are a very pro Jeff Goldblum podcast.
Oh yes, we are. So don't be anything that would fuck with Jeff Goldblum.
No, Jeff Goldblum hates flies, and so do I.
We hate flies. Fuck flies.
All the homies hate flies.
Robert, are you out on flies too?
Yeah, actually, we had a fly problem here at the house until my brother bought some Venus flytraps. All the flies are gone.
You really bought Venus flytraps?
They did.
Is your brother vegetarian?
Huh?
No, he's not vegetarian. He just really.
Did you try eating them?
I was going to ask if he could eat them.
No, I didn't. It came in like a thing that had Venus flytraps. It had
A lot of feedback came back on that.
Oh, you're fucking
No.
serious. I thought you were joking.
no, I'm
I
serious.
did too initially.
No, he bought Venus flytraps and it came in a thing that had like pitcher plants, which imagine Victory Bell, the Pokemon.
Yeah.
It kind of looked like that, and like
That's
some
cool.
weird thing that looks like it's just like tentacles that has like spikes at the end that like traps the flies with like this gooey substance.
And it got
Pretty
all
cool.
of them.
They got a lot of flies, yeah.
Like,
Why
could you
have
see
we
the
never
fly
heard
just
this
sitting in
before?
there? Yeah, why didn't you tell us this? This seems like
You-
something you should definitely tell us.
You had Venus flytraps and didn't find that fucking noteworthy.
And like last week, when we were going in detail about Venus flytraps, you didn't think to be like, "Hey, my brother one time got rid of a lot of flies."
I forgot about them. It just like they're tiny though. Like they're like very small. They're gonna grow. It's gonna take like several years to get big.
So like at that size, they were still just murking flies.
Yeah,
That's badass.
it's pretty cool.
That is badass.
Yeah, that's
fly trap now.
I mean,
I'm
I
getting
can't think of any better way to end this.
I'm
Like,
gonna
we
get
can't
one.
top
It's gonna
that.
die by next week, but I'm gonna get it. It'll be a fun 3 days until I forget to water it.
Yeah, Alex is 100% going to buy a Venus flytrap now.
Oh yeah. I'll just plant it somewhere in my apartments and just be like, "No, this is mine, dude."
They're pretty low maintenance. Just keep them in water and
Give
They-
them enough, and then hopefully flies fly to them.
yeah, they
All right. Hopefully Emma takes care of it.
feed themselves really.
Should we, for the Gravies Awards, should we just give out Venus flytraps this year since they're cheap?
Not a bad
Here's
idea.
a plant. Take care of this.
I'll see if the restaurant is cool with me putting one on the bar, because there's always like one or two that just flies around the bar at work. 'Cause, you know, doors open and flies come inside. It fucking happens.
Dude, but like at a restaurant, actually, that's not a bad idea at all. Like, if you put that at a bar, like I'd stare the fuck out of like a Venus flytrap. Oh, I'll do like a live stream Twitch of just the Venus flytrap. Like people would watch that, right? And then you like get that one moment, and then we just freeze frame it.
People would not watch that. But if you
could
could
bet on it, they might. Over
How long
under how
will it
many
take?
hours it takes for a fly. Over under half a day.
yeah, it might work.
See, I'm saying we'll turn into something.
Content.
Content kings. That's what we are here, guys. At Pass the Gravy Pod. Give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram, like our Facebook page, Pass the Gravy Podcast. I am at Alex J. Middleton on Twitter and Instagram. Robert is at Robert Barbosa03. You go Robert Barbosa03 on both,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Pat is at not Pat Dion. You should get that for Instagram too, though. Give us all a follow at Pass the Gravy Bro or at Pass the Gravy Pod. Follow at Pass the Gravy Bro if you're into Big Brother. We have the Big Brother pool. We'll give you guys updates on that this week. At A Recent Study Pod. And you guys be good to one another. Please give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Spotify, wherever else you're listening to us. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed the episode this week. Share us with a friend. And until we talk to you guys next time, pass the gravy. Bitches!
Called it back just today. You hit me with a call to your place. Ain't been out in a while anyway. Was hoping I could catch you throwing smiles at my face. Romantic, talking you don't even have to try. You're cute enough to fuck with me tonight. Looking at the table, all I see is weed and white.